all about. Come on.
Look at you. Look at you. It says look at the items.
Important thing is getting out. You get a deer, that's
You
it.
got a
Add
half hour.
gravy on it. It's
Did you see the big blowhorn thing they brought in?
Out in the parking lot.
It was like an
Yeah,
air
all
tank.
kinds of horns on it.
Yeah.
Air compressor. With an air compressor.
Right now I don't see it, but we got our own horn. Yeah, I know it. It's probably why they brought it. Because they heard about ours.
Pardon me?
Yep.
Yeah. And all we talked about. Think we beat him? Yeah. How about your dad?
It's going to go higher next day. Really? It never used to be. It used to be straight shot all over the state. Tickets, cost of living, everything's going up. I'm just wondering how much it's going to cost us to go.
You know I don't just want to eat. I want to love it.
I know. I wasn't making it dress. I didn't think you had your autograph.
I never have. Never will. What? What do you think about this?
Okay, the rough routes, I got to get track back.
I can imagine. It's either three of them. That doesn't count what might be counting for it. You got a scary for me, do you? Well, you can carry over. I wouldn't recommend it.
I like the new city.
But I got it.
No, but I'm not worried about these.
See, over in Brunson,
Maybe. Oh, they did. Yeah. And it was a call.
Tony put in.
Quite a few years. How long was that? Yeah, ever since my kids started playing this football. Right.
But it was interesting. They had, there were times in the run.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Mendon Hornets.
Oh, yeah? Really?
test. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the middle of the field for the coin toss.
There's only, what, 15 trash bags that noisemaker maybe yours. 60 gallons. Oh, no. These aren't the yard bags. These are just regular 60-gallon trash bags.
Well, there was a bottle of water.
I'd say we're pretty well represented.
The Magi have won the toss and elect to receive to start the first half. Fans are reminded that the broadcast and streaming rights of this event belong exclusively to the NFHS network, the MHSAA, and those media outlets which have prearranged to secure those rights. Any individual streaming of this event is strictly prohibited. Keep up with everything MHSAA on social media. Look us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. for tournament updates, event announcements, video highlights, and high school sports news from around the state. It's the best way to connect with the MHSAA every day. And now, let's meet the starting lineups for today's game between the Hornets of Mendon High School and the Magi of Mendon High School. Starting with the Mendon Hornets. Senior number 1, Evan Lukeman. Junior number 2, Jaden Behrens. Junior number 3, Dylan Kopp. Freshman number 5, Carter Houston. Freshman number 6, Braden Kreitz. Senior number 7, Luke Schinker. Sophomore number 9, Caleb King. Senior number 10, Nathan Vergowen. Freshman number 11, Ryder Gorham. Sophomore number 12, Mason Wilsinski. Sophomore number 13, Nick Stiver. Freshman number 20, Owen Gorham. Junior number 21, Jack McCaw. Sophomore number 22, Cam Bingaman. Freshman number 23, James Lux. Sophomore number 24, Grant Krutzer. Freshman number 26, Aiden McCall. Sophomore number 28, Alex Zagon. Senior number 36, Gabe Haig. Junior number 37, Alex Smith. Sophomore kicker number 44, Jorge Casanova. Sophomore number 50, Marcus Hodges. Sophomore number 51, Jackson Rose. Sophomore number 54,
Check, 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 check.
I can hear you.
I got you too.
Yep,
Got
okay,
you. All right,
we're good.
Good deal, good deal.
Junior number 56, Andrew McLean. Senior number 58, Noah Obe. Junior number 65, Matt Bakeman. Senior number 70, Kavian Brown. Senior number 77, Case Gonzer. And sophomore number 78, Taylon Buchanan.
I don't know, does Wyatt Downs or Hunter Jones at 275?
And now for the starting lineups for the Colon Magi.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining us on YouTube, Magi Sports Network channel, we are live with just under 20 minutes to go until kickoff here for the much anticipated, heavily attended matchup between the old SJV rivals, the Mendon Hornets, and your very own Colon Magi. Dan, the atmosphere is ecstatic here tonight.
It's really unbelievable, Tom. I mean, the whole stands are already packed. The parking lot's full. People are all around the fence. I think we're going to pack the entire fence tonight.
Yeah, people are still funneling in. The extended parking lot is already filling up itself, and the Magi lineup is getting announced, and the fans are going wild.
I'll tell you what, looking at these Mendon guys still out here practicing, Tom, this is going to be quite a game. There are some big boys out there.
Tale of two offenses out here with you got the Mendon's powerhouse on the ground, just ground and pound blitzkrieg of an offense versus the lightning strike from the air that you're going to get from the Magi, right?
Yeah. At the coin toss, the Magi chose to take the ball. So, which was they decided to receive. They probably want to get that ball right away.
Yeah, want to get and show what you get on the scoreboard quickly, like they tend to do. But I think as we've been talking about, this is what it all comes down to. This is definitely the biggest matchup for hearts and minds, as well as body for the Magi out there. I was thinking about it earlier, Dan. And every other team we've played, with the exception of maybe Climax, maybe St. Phil, all the other teams that we played this season, all of the Magi players out there may have had a family member who'd played those other teams.
Yes.
There's everybody in these stands right now. Everybody out there right now has a brother, a father, an uncle, a sister, an aunt, a mother who has played against Mendon dating back to the 1950s, essentially. This rivalry doesn't just run on the field, it runs in the veins of the players out there. This is a hereditary matchup, and it's going to be one for the storybooks.
And, I mean, you think about it, the school systems touch each other.
Yes.
The people in Leonidas, half are going to Mendon, half are going to Cole.
Exactly.
It's a,
Same about Nottawa, about,
It's definitely a rival. It's more than a cross-town rival. It's a school district touching rival.
Yeah, and it stretches across many sports and many decades, and it's funny to see out here a bunch of old varsity jackets from the 90s, the 80s being broke out.
You can see how they changed over the years.
Yeah, you sure can.
Just looking at the stand.
And the best thing about it, too, is that you actually see a fair amount of them in green over there on the other side of the field as well. So this means so much, not only to the kids down here in Colon, but so much for the kids over there in Mendon as well.
And it's so much fun. You think about it, what makes high school sports so wonderful is when the people are coming into the stands, they've all been there. And you have this, entire group of people who have the same experiences. These are life experiences that these kids are going through right now.
Exactly. So it's just, I got this surreal feeling. I got goosebumps to see these.
Because it's Mendon.
It's because it's Mendon. Yeah, you're not wrong. So coming into the matchup tonight, Mendon Hornets 8-2, only 2 losses on the season, come to Martin and Bridgman. Martin only has 2 losses as well, and one of their losses come to Bridgman. That Bridgman football team is no joke. So the 2 losses that Mendon has come to powerhouses in 8-man football. Mendon coming off a huge victory against Climax Scots, which I think surprised a lot of people, if not just in the victory outright, definitely in the score, right?
Yeah, and probably especially Climax Scots.
Oh, definitely Climax Scots. Climax Scots was ready to be here tonight, so unfortunately to all the Climax Scots fans watching at home, we're sorry, but welcome.
Yes, welcome to the joining us listening.
Yes,
so.
Yeah. So and then Mendon on the 10-0, Colon on the 10-0 run.
Yes.
Looking great this season, but the game that they had the most struggle with this season would have been Climax Scots, and they played them to a tight 25-20. So that's a considerably different matchup from how Mendon handled Climax Scots and how Colon handled Climax Scots.
And if you think about it, the Climax Scots team played right into Mendon's hand. They were going to run the ball up the middle. They were going to smash and bash, which is exactly what Mendon wants you to do. So we've been talking about this all year, Tom. The field looks beautiful tonight. They tell me that it's been heavily played, but when you have an offense like the Colon Magi have, you and I, tongue-in-cheek, talk about how good the field is. Mm-hmm. But the field needs to be good.
Yes.
In order to play the game that we play, we need to have a good field, and we need to have some pretty good weather. We have decent weather tonight. So wonderful weather for November tonight.
Oh, fantastic weather for November. It's a good thing that we're playing tonight, not tomorrow, because I heard tomorrow it's supposed to be pretty crappy.
Yeah, and once it gets sloppy, then it becomes just physics. The bigger guys, they push the smaller guys around. Mm-hmm. This is going to be a tale of the small, fast guys that are wide open, run and gun, against the large and, moving hard guys up front. So that's going to be the Mendon versus the Colon football team.
Right. So we talked about all season the impressive strength improvements that Colon has made over the last few years, thanks to the General Hatton's updated strength program.
Yes.
But there is a strength program that's been running deep in the core of Mendon, Michigan since the John Schwartz era back in since the 1980s. You know what I mean? Mendon has always been a strong physical team. So Colon's Pittsford was a strong and big team,
yes,
right?
They were.
Pittsford gave Colon a run for their money strength-wise, but I think that this is going to be their most physical altercation of all season. As well as that, going to talk about how quickly the lightning strike that the Magi can put together with Simon Vincent. This will be the first time that he's facing a defensive line this size, right?
Yeah.
So Vincent's success comes from his time in the pocket.
Yes.
So
he needs some time.
That is going to be tested heavily here for the first time tonight. But I believe that the senior captain has his head on his shoulders and knows how to handle the adversity and knows how to dance around as things change to his persona, and will be able to adapt and overcome those challenges when faced.
couple of other items. You know, when you look at this point in the season, Tom, everybody's a little nicked up.
Sure.
You know, if somebody's got a hurt ankle, if somebody's, you know, somebody's foot, somebody's hand, somebody, you know, everybody has some kind of an ache and pain. I would say that having to play Climax Scots in their last game, Mendon probably has more on their frontline starters, but, you know, it's still going to be a fairly even. Everybody has something going on by this time in the season.
Sure.
So, and the other part is we have a very, very strong wind out of the south. And just to set the stage for people who have not listened to us before, the Judd Athletic Complex field is an east-west field. So that means a strong southern wind is a crosswind. So when we're throwing the ball, you know, you've got that crosswind that you're going to have to contend with. And we might even see Alessandro Vanelli. He might have to bend it.
Yeah, that will be interesting. Magi are going to have to use all the cards in their deck and all the tricks in their hat. Excuse the bad pun there. But the Magi are going to have to come out on top tonight for the Magic Capital of the world. And then also on top of that, you know, with everything else that's coming up to speed here, I think Tucker Lafleur, being in the backfield, kind of being Simon's personal bodyguard, he's going to earn every ounce of that paycheck tonight. You know what I mean?
He's one of our biggest guys. He's very quick, very tough, and we're going to need him to really play his best game. Well, you know, Tom, we're going to need all of our guys to play their best game.
Yeah.
This is the game of, you know, this is the game you got to get up for. This is the game you live for.
Yep.
So
it's I think it's really going to come down to who plays the game more perfectly. I don't think that one team has more of a nuclear arsenal that's going to blow the other one out of the water. Right. I'm really excited to see how Colon's defense handles Mendon's aggressive run game.
Yes.
They struggled a little bit early with Climax Scots, but then caught on. You know what I mean? That was a war of inches. That was trench warfare. You know what I mean? That was literally 3 yards of play for Climax, 10 minutes off the play clock the entire time for one drive.
In the entire first quarter.
First quarter, you know what I mean? And then would eventually score. Then the Magi would turn around and score really fast. So it was just a real, like I said, war of inches, war of attrition. And here I think you're going to see more of like a modern day kind of assault here, where it's just going to be all guns blazing, whether it's on the ground or in the air. So it's the General's definitely got his battle plan cut out for him tonight against the veteran Mendon coaching staff over there, as well as just the veteran players that they have. This is a senior-laden team, heavier than we've seen other teams.
Yeah, they have quite a few, and they're big guys, too. They're seniors, and they've been around. They've been playing football for a long time, just like our Colon Magi kids. You know, you think about it, they've been coming to this athletic complex since they were in Rocket football, Tom.
Yep.
They've been coming here, and the thing that nobody can imagine.
Okay.
Okay? Because we don't want to just play it.
Okay.
And if you talk about a guy now, you saw that we have a board.
Yep. Okay. Sounds good.
Here we got WB.
Your officials for today's game are referee Michael Brown.
Sorry about that little update about our technical abilities that we have here on the team. But Dan, you're correct. I mean,
I forgot where I was.
Well, everybody's been, you know, it's just like you said. These kids have been playing here since Rocket football, right? Yeah. So like this isn't unfamiliar territory to them. This is the best place to have a playoff game in 8-man football, because for both teams it's essentially a home game.
Right.
Just about, right?
And the field is in beautiful condition.
Of course, yeah.
As always.
Out go the student section as well as the cheerleaders to the helmet as the Magi are getting ready to take the field, and the atmosphere here is just ecstatic.
It's electric, Tom.
It really is.
The other thing about high school, you know, football, especially for the seniors, you're starting to, you know, you're getting toward the end. It's unfortunate that every team except for one has to end their season on a loss. But, you know, as you look out on this field and how beautiful it is, it's a time to enjoy.
Sure is. Yeah, this will be one for the memory books for everybody who's here, because a lot's going into it.
Chocolate milk. Chocolate milk is the official beverage of
as you look around the real estate that was available to people who want to be fence goers now, because there's not a seat in the house, it's starting to fill up pretty quickly. Even the end zones are starting to get speckles of spectators as they start to cling to the fence for any available spot to see this game.
A lot going on just up here in the press box, Tom.
Yeah, it's a packed house up in the press box as well. Big turnout to the tunnel tonight. A lot of students out there.
One of my favorite times, they're getting the helmet moving as they bring out their walk-up music.
Mendon in tow with a bunch of their own signs hanging on their side of the fence over there.
Oh, they've definitely brought an entire, look, they even have their band here. So
nice.
It's going to be wonderful.
That's impressive. Long time since we've seen a traveling band in the SJV style, right?
Yeah. So the other thing that we should say is that there is no sun tonight because
True.
As we get further and further into the year,
yep.
you know, it's darker and darker.
Sun's getting real low.
7:35 before the game starts.
Yeah, I was going to say sun's set by like 6:30 just about over here. Sun's completely gone. Big names to look out for, though, here on this Mendon roster, just real quick. You got Jack McCaw, who averages about 174.9 yards per game.
Oh, is that passing and running?
Or is that I think that's just a total, yeah.
Yep, his total.
21 touchdowns on the season for Jack McCaw.
Okay.
Then you got Nick Stiver, who is their defensive leader with 8.9 tackles per game. And then also in there is Gabe Hogue. Is that Gabe Hag?
Yep.
He's leading with sacks. He's got 6 sacks on the season.
Yes. I think you say his last name Haig.
Haig, right, Haig.
Had one of those spellings that's kind of hard to get, Tom.
Sure.
So
well, big rosters for both these teams as far as 8-man, goes.
Yeah. Now you've got some freshmen and sophomores on these rosters, so that always kind of
bolsters the numbers a little bit.
And it gives you a little bit more of a presence on the sideline. It's nice to have a few guys standing there behind you.
Oh yeah. Especially when you're looking across, at the early stages of the game, everything before the scores start rolling, it's all about intimidation factor.
Yes. Yes.
Magi at the helmet now. Whole home team on their feet. Noise makers rattling.
Oh, we've got a lot of fans here tonight, Dom, and they're making some noise.
Ladies and gentlemen, here come the Magi. Led out by Tucker Laffler carrying the Magi flag.
Appropriate. He's going to need to have a great game. So this is the kind of night with a bit of wind where your Justin Wicke and Simon Vincent combination, that needs to be something that works. What has always worked for them is the short pass where then Justin runs after catch. So no matter how heavy the wind is tonight, they can still make that play.
Sure. Just under 5.5 here to go for the Magi before they get underway here for the second round of playoffs. 8-man here.
We've got some camera crews here. We've got some reporters here. This is a big game all the way around.
Joined by 99.3 up here in the booth.
Oh, yes. So Mike Stiles, he's part of our walk-up music.
Yeah, he actually is. Yeah, clipped him from his exciting touchdown run call for the Magi.
He and Dave, they do such a good job.
They really do. They really do. Set the bar pretty high for us in here, don't they, Dan?
Yes, they do. That's something to aspire to. We're certainly full. We've got our students section looks huge. And our band is down there too.
Yeah, I think everybody who could show up showed up. Like I said, I was talking with my correspondent from last week was Spencer Howe, and he's over there on the other side right now. So we've been exchanging some text messages back and forth a little bit about the day. We've been nothing but excited about this. We've been talking about it. It was 3 weeks ago. We literally said, could you imagine if the cards aligned and Colin and Mendon get to play each other in the playoffs? And here we are.
It would be wonderful to be back in the league. Bring that old league back.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about too. And slowly but surely, they're doing the best they can. Mendon joins SCAA next year, so this is literally the preamble for what you're about to see for the next few years. So I think this game is going to set a tone for either team, and it's just going to be a really big deal.
I agree. So I don't think we're supposed to get any rain tonight, Tom, but rain would definitely favor the Mendon Hornets.
Oh, definitely would. Staying on the ground like that, for sure.
If we can keep it dry, that'd be the best thing for us.
That would be big. And just looking at that Mendon Hornet football team, that's a big, strong-looking group of young men out there. So it's going to be.
And I noticed that they've watched some game film.
Oh, definitely.
They didn't get lined up for the national anthem until it was time.
Yeah, exactly. Lining up across the field, interesting. Haven't seen a team do that, but I actually like that. I like that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Magi taking the field now. Rest of the crowd standing for the national anthem. We're going to send it back real quick for the national anthem, and then we'll be right back.
And everyone able, please stand at attention, placing your hand over your heart as we proudly sing our national anthem.
Glory is flying, and the feelings are flowing, ladies and gentlemen. Holy cow, I got chills at the end of that one.
Well, and everybody was singing, and the flag is huge. I mean, at Colin, at Judd Complex, they do everything well.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. From top to bottom, seriously.
It's a good place to be.
Sure is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Magi take the field. Back to receive for the Magi is going to be number 1, Justin Wicke. Joining him back there on the far left side is going to be Hetman, as well as the Good Hands team out there, Tucker Lafler.
We got Borgert, we got Wilson, we got Lafler. We got Wicke right in the middle. So you got Maverick Downs. You've got Chuck Wagner. I mean, you've got all the guys in there. I mean, it's almost like we're expecting an onside kick.
Never know what the Mendon Hornets are going to throw at you right out the gate here. Kicking for Mendon looks to be number 21. That's Jack McCall.
Blake Vanderstraten's right in the middle. He's right in the middle waiting for it.
McCall, like I said, not only is going to be kicking the ball, but he's also the defensive presence out there for the Hornets.
I saw him warming up kicking before the game, and he can kick it pretty far.
He's lined up pretty far back. Let's see what they do here. Slow approach.
The ball
fell over. I was going to say, I was like, what's happening?
Oh, we've got a crosswind.
Yeah, okay.
That's what happens when you've got that strong southern crosswind.
As you can just see from the feed right here, ladies and gentlemen, Glory and the Colin High School flag are standing just completely at attention out there because of the crosswind. So let's see what happens.
Complete cross breeze.
Call taking his approach this time, and he'll
he
line drive it. It's going to make it all the way down and out of bounds. So that worked out well for the Magi there. Flag, they're going to get relatively good field position from the 35 to start the opening drive.
Justin Wicke says, thank goodness, because he kicked it right down in the corner.
Yeah, that was a good kick there by McCall.
Yeah. Drove that ball is what he did.
Yeah, he really did. Line drive. So here we go. First view. Oh, they want to kick it again? Robbie's going to have them kick it again.
Oh. Maybe we want the return.
I know if anybody out there wants a return, it's Wicke.
Yeah.
And if
wear him out.
Yep.
5 yards back.
And if I'm Wicke, I'm going to try to get the ball and then find number 7's jersey and just run right behind him.
Whichever way he's blocking, run the other way.
All right, now McCall will be kicking from their own 35-yard line. Still having a hard time keeping that ball on the – it might have to bring somebody out to actually hold it, you know. Saw that in the past when the winds are a little bit too bad.
That'll be different in 8-man football because you only have 6 guys going down the field.
Call takes his approach this time, and he will try to boot this one deep.
Oh, right to him.
Wiki gets it on the ground at the 20-yard line, and now he's got blockers.
Oh, he can break it through.
Wiki gets out there, and he's going to be tackled by number 24 for Mendon. That is
Grant Krosner.
A sophomore, one of the sophomore out there, but a big sophomore weighing in at 170, standing at 5'10". But Magi are going to take over first drive from the 41-yard line.
Big Gabe Haig, number 36. He's their defensive end lined up over here. That's their number 1 tackler, and he looks tough.
That front line is going to be, the defensive line is going to be the test for the Magi here. If you look at that, look at the nose guard versus center matchup just on your screen right there.
Come on, Johnny Greenwald. All you got to be is as big as one of his legs.
Simon takes it. He's going to hand this one off to Lafleur right off the get, and Lafleur's going to get a few, but then he's going to be dragged down by big number 76. Excuse me, 70, I think.
Yep. Cleaned up by number 13. That is Nick Stiver in there, cleaning that up.
Gain of 2 for the Magi. Lafleur almost broke through that first line, but nice jersey tackle by the strong and just big number 70.
So he's got Johnny Greenwald. He's got to have him by 100 pounds.
Oh, easily. One to the right, 2 to the left.
Oh, we're changing up the play. We're changing up the play right now. The general just changed it.
Vincent's going to take the shotgun over the top to Hetman. Hetman completes it. Gain of about 6. Going to be short of the first down by about 2 now. 3rd and 2. Hetman knocks her out there to the 49-yard line. Let's see that replay if we get a chance.
Good quick hitter.
Oh, we're not going to have time. We're not going to have time. Rolling right into quick offense here. Magi's got to get him rolling. Faded back to pass is Vincent. He's got time in the pocket. Over the top. Tip ball. So that can't be pass interference.
Otherwise it would have been.
Pass incomplete. Mendon missed that 3rd down. That pass was broken up. Let's see if we can get that replay.
First big decision here of the game. We've got, what, 4th and 3.
4th and 3 from their own 48-yard line. Looks like the Magi are going to be going for it.
Mendon, guys, their defensive line is taller than we're used to.
Oh, yeah. That's the first time I ever think I've seen.
Yeah, because Simon's tall.
Yep.
So he's got his protector.
4th and looks like actually a long 3. Vincent's got 2 to the left, 1 to the right.
Oh.
Got him to jump. Vincent got him moving. General had it.
The general.
Penalty, first down.
Magi squeak out of that one there after
I'll tell you what, that was a great call.
Stressful 3.
That was a great call. You've got all your timeouts. If they don't jump, you can always take one.
Yeah. So across the 50-yard line, no man zone, as I think we're going to have to call it here in the war zone.
Now
right?
we've got Wiki in the slot. Here
Wiki
he comes
in motion.
In motion again.
Going to hand it to Wiki. Wiki goes around the outside. He's got to get around one Hornet. He does. He's got blockers. He's still on his feet. And big number 70, Brown, runs down and tackles him. But not before picking up a Magi. First down.
That's a lot of lumbering down there for number 70. So great way to follow your blockers, Justin Wiki. He had that cutback, and he just kept doing it.
Great downfield blocking there for the Magi. 70 on the tackle. He's already got 2 tonight. That's Brown, the big senior, standing at 6'3", 270. We're going to be saying his name a lot tonight, I guarantee it.
I'll tell you what, when you've got to have your nose guard running 30 yards down the field to catch somebody, you can tire those guys out quickly.
Oh, yeah. 1st and 10 from the Mendon Hornet 25-yard line. Vincent to the backfield, got 2 to the left, 1 to the right. It's Hetman. Here comes Wiki in motion. Lafleur's in the backfield as protector.
Oh,
Vincent's got to keep it
nice
himself. Fake left-hand side.
What a fake.
He's got blockers. The end zone's in sight. Touchdown, Magi!
What a fake. What a great play. He read that defensive end perfectly and took the ball, tucked it, and ran.
Magi find the scoreboard with 10:05 left to go in the first quarter. Vincent is hyped up, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, he should be. That was a great read. He did a good job there.
Alessandro is out for the first time tonight to see if he can kick one through the uprights. Alessandro
He's
is
almost going to have to kick it to the right upright in order to make it go inside the left.
You're not wrong. Foreign exchange student from Italy.
Here we go.
Snap is down, kick is up, kick is good. Good for a distance.
He kicked it to the track again.
The horn sounds off, and the Magi are first on the board, and it looked relatively easy for the Magi offense out there.
I don't know.
I don't want to say it was a walk in the park, but the Magi moved with speed and with purpose.
So our biggest guy in the field on that touchdown run, Hunter Jones, made a great block.
Yeah.
And we need our big guys to play big. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be able to get away with that. Now, what do we do on the kickoff, Tom?
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
We weren't sure what Mendon was going to do, and now now they can't be sure what we're going to do.
Right. And I mean, it's what we've been talking all night. It's a tale of two offenses.
Yes.
So just because the Magi scored in under 2 minutes does not mean that Mendon's going to come out and score just as quickly, right?
Right. And don't think that the general doesn't have something else up his sleeve.
Oh, my goodness. I think I threw my back out on that Magi touchdown there. I'm not going to lie. Got a little excited.
There's going to be some injuries up here in the booth as well as down on the field.
I'm a little bit too old to be getting that rowdy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what the Mendon offense can do. Back to receive the kick was the kicker himself. It's Jack McCall, the junior, standing at 5'8", 165. He's back at the 15-yard line. Let's see what Alessandro Vanelli does.
Okay. We've got our 4 guys close to us. Oh, he went deep.
He's going to boot it to just straight out of bounds. That crosswind, I think the plan was to try to get it down to the corner.
Yes.
And that took off into the sky, and the crosswind just dragged it. So
he's going to have to kick it to the other corner to get it go that corner.
Yeah, back-to-back flags on the kickoffs here for both teams.
They will
That
take the ball
is
on the 35.
definitely an indication of how strong the wind is out there going out of the south, pushing from the south.
The Hornets are just going to take it, though. They're just going to take it at the 35. They said no need to see the re-kick. They've probably seen what Alessandro can do. So it doesn't matter if you march that young man back to the 20-yard line. He can still probably kick it to the end zone.
So now we've got Owen Wilson and Tucker Lafleur. These are our 2 defensive ends, and this is going to be the tail right now, Tom. We're going to see it.
1st and 10. Hornets under center. They're going to hand it off, run first. There's a big hole, and they're moving the ball well. Tackled by Lafleur. Gain of about an 8 on the first carry there. That was number 1, Evan Lukeman, senior, 5'9", 155, taking the ball. Gain of I'll call it 9.
Yeah, and Maverick Downs helped clean it up as well. So we have got, our smaller linebackers, Caleb Thaxton. We're going to need to be able to get in on those guys because they're getting blocked by bigger guys.
Yeah, and that Mendon offensive line is a powerhouse. McCall on the carry this time. This time he's met at the line. Dragged down by Tucker Lafleur for a gain. They're going to give him the first down. They give him a gain of 2, so first down for Mendon.
Pretty good play there by the defensive line of Colin, though, to slow him up.
Let's see here. Number 58, Noah Obe, senior, 5'11", 275. Number 77, Case Gosner.
Senior.
6'2", 350.
And number 7, Kavion Brown, also a senior.
Yeah.
Now he's on defense, but he's also out here on offense.
Yeah, those are their front 3.
All seniors.
1st and 10. Face another run. Caught in the backfield this time. That was number 1. It was Lukeman on the carry again. Met at the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Thaxton.
So Caleb Thaxton, he comes in, he shoots that area, and he can get inside and get him by the foot.
Oh, never mind. That was Lafleur on that tackle. Thaxton was there at the pile at the end there. Tucker Lafleur's just, we call him a dog. He's a shark. He's all sorts. He's an element of beast just rolled into man. But he's going to have his work cut out for him tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we keep switching sides with him.
Jack McCall keeps it himself. Good play action there. He gets a couple. Simon Vincent on the initial hit to slow him down, trip him up, and then I think it was number 25 cleaning that up for the Magi. That's Owen Wilson on the final tackle, but a gain of about 4. The first third down that Mendon's facing tonight. They're still on their own 49-yard line. Let's see what they do here.
Still on their side of the 50. We've got Simon Vincent out there playing defense. It's a big game.
Yeah, it's less than ideal, but you need him out there. 2 behind quarterback here, I formation. It's McCall, then Lukeman. McCall's going to hand this one off. Good blocking. And the tackle is made by Lafleur just short of the first down marker. It's going to be 4th and about 2.
Connor Hetman was in on that one as well. He helped try to push him back. So we got him to a 4th down.
Quarterback is senior, 6', 160. That's Luke Schinker. First 4th down that Mendon's facing.
Mendon, good blocking by Mendon. There was 5 yards before he was touched.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what they dial up this time.
Big play here for the Magi defense and the Mendon offense. Oh, into the backfield! Tucker Lafleur said, "You chum the waters, folks. Here I come."
He hit him before he even, before he took a step, he hit him.
Big play
Quick.
for the Magi.
Very quick.
Both teams have faced a fourth down now, and one team has completed. Magi take over on downs on their own 48-yard line.
That was just way too much quickness. He was way too quick for them. Blew right through there.
Yeah, that front line is big and it's strong, but it's not necessarily fast, right? So
Tucker Lafleur was quick, very quick, quicker than I've seen him all year.
Magi 2 to the right, 1 to the left. In the backfield is Lafleur. Going to hand this one to Lafleur up the middle. He tries to go, instantly wrapped up by big number 70. That's Kavian Brown. That's at least Brown's fourth tackle of the game.
Normally Tucker Lafleur would break that and get through it. Not here.
Not a chance. Yeah, that Kavian Brown is strong.
He definitely. That's a lot of mass that you're trying to move out of there too. So you've still got our same line coming up. Here comes Johnny Greenwald to give him the snap. 2
to the left, nobody to the right. Lafleur in the backfield. Back to pass this time. Lafleur as protector. Over the top, he's airing this one out. Wilson's got to get moving.
Oh!
Not enough. Ball was almost there. I'll tell you what I'm really impressed with, though, Dan. Vincent had time.
Oh, he had all the time in the world to throw that ball.
Yeah, Vincent had time. So that was good work by the line because that was, like I said, that was the pressure that I was worried about. Man, Wilson extended but just couldn't get there. Interesting that we haven't seen anything so far tonight out of number 13, Nick Stiver, for the Hornets, a sophomore who leads the team in tackles per game usually.
Yeah.
Third and long for the Magi. This is a big third down that they need here.
This time you've got Wiki in the slot. A lot of times he'll go in motion out of this.
1 to the right, 2 to the left. Here comes Wiki in motion.
Oh,
Vincent's going to keep it himself to the left-hand side. Vincent's I think he got out of bounds just a little bit too soon. Oh, they apparently knocked him out all the way back at the 45.
Maybe he stepped out.
Maybe he did. So
that's that far side. We can't see that.
Yeah, that is too far away for me. Simon Vincent on that carry.
He's got those big feet. He was moving. Put one on the white line.
So 4th and 3, second time Magi faced a fourth down here, not forced to face down.
Last time we had him jump off sides.
Let's see what they do
Big
here.
game.
Magi not looking to punt.
We got Wiki all the way out, 1-on-1.
2 right, 1 to the left. Vincent takes it into the backfield. He's looking to pass over the top to Hetman. Hetman gets it. Good block by Wiki.
Nice block by Justin Wiki.
Huge crack block by Wiki. That block right there, and the general congratulating Wiki on that block. That block secured the first down for the Magi over the other side of the field, down to the 39-yard line.
That sets a precedent. The guy who's broken records all over, he's definitely willing to block.
Huge
nice
block by Wiki there. That's one for the highlight reel. Good on him on the replay there, and good work by Hetman to get that first down for the Magi.
New set of downs.
6 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Magi down to the 39-yard line.
We got Owen Wilson split all alone up top.
2 to the right, and the bodyguard in the back. It's Lafleur with Vincent. Going to hand this one to Lafleur. Lafleur goes to the middle, and you guessed it, it's big Kavion Brown, as well as number 13 getting on the board himself. That's Stiver. Been talking about him all night on the defensive presence, but a gain of about 2 there.
Yeah, he still gained. We got positive yardage on it.
When the Magi spread out the Mendon defense like that, if Lafleur could get through that first line, he's gone 15, 20. But the problem is you just can't. You're not getting past.
You're not getting past Kavion Brown.
That's. I bet he was fun to watch all season.
Yeah. So they're ripe for that option.
Oh,
the option, and he just went for
himself. He's still to the left-hand side. He's got blockers. Out of bounds he goes. Simon Vincent's legs are looking squeeby. He's moving well, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice block downfield by Owen Wilson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First down for the Magi. Watch him here on the replay.
Hunter Jones blocks down. Great block, Hunter. Great block by Hunter Jones.
Brings the guy out, goes to the left-hand side. Great blocking there by Owen Wilson, and then he's just going to trot out of bounds. That's going to be a tackle going to number 3. That's Dylan Cup, a junior.
Well, of course there was going to be a cup.
Well, yep, always.
I'll tell you what, Hunter Jones, he put a block on their best tackler, Nick Stiver, and that's what sprung Simon.
1 to the right, 2 to the left. Quick pass here. Simon's got time. He's looking for somebody to get open. Pass goes to Hetman. Great defensive coverage there by number 24. That's Grant Croster.
He got his hand on a ball.
Yeah, great DB coverage there. I know after talking to a couple of the Mendon fans when I was at a wedding with them a couple weekends ago, they were nervous about, obviously, Colin's ability to pass the ball, as any team should be, but they had stress, concern about their younger DBs. But right there, I don't think you need to be concerned. Grant Crosser really putting on the clinic there defensively about how you need to properly cover a receiver.
Now, one thing, Simon had a lot of time.
Oh, a lot of time.
I've been worried all week about the pass rush.
Yeah, me too. So much time that I almost thought he could have ran it. 2 to the right, 1 to the left yet again. Lafleur in the backfield with Vincent. Blitz coming. Going to hand this. No, he's trying to keep it himself. Yeah, he did keep it himself. He's still moving, and it's going to be Stiver on that tackle. That was close. Lafleur almost pulled that ball out of Simon's hands, and that might have been a fumble. But they picked up a few. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for the Magi.
Tucker was pushing him forward.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a point in transition when it was coming back from Lafleur to Simon's hands where I got real nervous that ball was going to pop loose.
And he's got to read that as long as he can in order to know which way to go.
Nick Stiver on that tackle. Again, he's starting to really pick up steam. Like I said, 8.9 tackles per game is what that young sophomore is averaging.
We've spread him out again.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Hatton's calling something from the play side here.
He's changing up the play.
General's changing the battle order. 2 to the right. Lafleur in the background. Quick pass over the top to Hetman. Hetman completes. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Another first down for the Magi, and they're knocking on the door.
That's the second time we've changed the play to a slant to Hetman. That's something that we've seen in film.
But you know what? I guarantee. Who do you think the Mendon Hornets watched all week in film?
Yeah, they watched Wiki.
And guess who's received that? Well, quick snap here for Vincent. He's going to hand it off to Lafleur. Lafleur finds the end zone, and the Magi got another one.
Good for Tucker Lafleur. He's been blocking like crazy. He deserves a touchdown.
The momentum is pumping here for the Magi, and it's full steam ahead for the big red offensive machine. Alessandro Vanelli goes out to see if he can go 2 for 2 on the night for point after attempts.
Great play, great changing up, going quick.
Which is, it's like you said, he never did that. Hatton's never gone fast all season. Snaps down, kick is up, kick is, you guessed it, good.
Kicked it to the track again. Yes.
14-0. 3:57 left to go in the first quarter. It's all Magi so far, but there's a lot of football left to play, and that's a very experienced opponent on the other side of the Magi tonight.
Yeah, the Mendon Hornets are not going to fold up their tent and
go
home. They're coming, Tom.
Never, never. And you can never expect the Mendon Hornets to slow down no matter how much you are up on them.
They're going to keep on coming. This is, the general put in a new thing, the quick snap. We haven't seen that all year. He's done it twice, and twice it's worked for us.
It worked out. It worked out right there. You're not wrong.
So now we're going to see what we decide to do on the kickoff. This is where we can really put them behind.
Yeah, hopefully. So it looked the defense showed up pretty well there.
Yeah.
White Pigeon is currently beating Reading 14-0 late in the first. That's a surprising score from what I'm understanding.
White Pigeon's got a good team this year.
They sure do. It's good to see the SJV kind of getting back together. Getting everything rolling back together. Alessandro Vanelli probably looking to pin this one deep inside and not give the Mendon Hornets such good starting field position.
They've only got one back.
Back to receive is McCaw. And Vanelli's sending it deep, but again to the right-hand side, it's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We'll see if Mendon makes us kick it again.
Jack McCaw, the receiver for Mendon there, that was supposed to be returning that kick. When the kick went out of bounds, he kind of threw his hands up. The young man wants to run.
Yeah. Well, I think Alessandro wants to kick it as deep as he can. He's just not used to having this much wind pushing the ball.
Yeah, that's true.
5 yards.
It's interesting I'll be interested to hear exactly if that was the plan.
Or if we're just kicking it out of bounds.
Or just kicking out of bounds on purpose. Because, that front line for Mendon on the kick return, too, is huge. So, if McCall gets it in the air and has the ability to pick up momentum, that could be a real problem for the Magi.
Yeah, it sure could.
All right, let's see what Schinker can do here with the Hornets. He's got 2 behind him. Got to hand this one off to Lukeman. Lukeman runs through that front line, but then ends up running into Lafleur. Lafleur dragged him down, but not before picking up a long 4 yards there for the Hornets.
Blake Vanderstraten came, he blitzed in, and he had a little shot at him.
Good gain there for the Hornets to start this drive off. Call it 4 yards instead of 5. 2nd and 6 to go.
Our linebackers are cheated up almost to the line of scrimmage.
Schinker still going under center. This time he's going to hand it off to the other side. Good blocking. It's still Lukeman. Gain of about 4 on this play. He's going to be tackled by Vander Stratton and Hetman.
They're certainly able to push us off the ball a couple of yards every time. Tom.
Yeah, easily.
So,
if our defensive ends don't get in the backfield before that ball meets the line of scrimmage, they're most likely going to get at least 2 or 3.
Yes. They control the line of scrimmage.
They sure do. 3rd and 2. Second, third down that Mendon's face tonight. They're going to give it to Jack McCall up the middle. He's got blockers. He gets it with stride, tackled by Maverick Downs before being brought down to about the 49-yard line, but on Colin's side of the 50.
He dragged Maverick Downs for a couple of yards before he went down.
And Maverick's big and strong, so that's, that Jack McCall is a powerhouse.
One thing to remember now, you get this late in the season, and Tom, everybody's got another year under their belt as far as football knowledge.
Yeah.
Your sophomores are juniors, your juniors are seniors.
Yep, that's well said. Yeah, that's a really good way to look at it. 1st and 10 here for Mendon from the 49-yard line. Shinker's got 2 behind him. It's McCall and Lukeman. This one's going to Lukeman. Lukeman gets through almost.
Almost got through, but Caleb Thaxton got him just by the ankle.
Ankle tackle there, but not before picking up a good 4 yards there for Mendon.
Mendon sees something. Their blocking scheme's getting a little bit better right now, Tom.
Yep.
So we're going to need to shake it up a little.
Yeah, I think they knocked off the cobwebs there, maybe the pregame jitters for that first drive, but Mendon Hornet is it's looked like we kicked the Hornets' nest, honestly, is what it's kind of looking like right now.
Yeah, they're swarming.
Yeah. 2nd, and let's call it 6 for Mendon now. Now in the shotgun is Shinker. He's got 1 to the left. It's Lukeman. He's going to hand it off to him. That's McCoy, actually, McCaw. But he's not going to get away from Wiki on the outside.
Justin is just too quick for that.
Tackle for a loss. That was Jack McCall taking that snap in the shotgun, though.
So the way you play that is an option going out. It's basically an option sweep going out around the end. And you just got to keep stringing it out until they make a decision, and then you got to take the guy with the ball.
3rd and a long 8 here for Mendon now as they're taking their time getting back to the line. And you can tell that the Colon defense is feeling the effects of the strong Mendon offensive line because everybody's hands are kind of on their hips.
Yeah.
Said them boys are knocking us around, Coach.
There's a lot of mass coming at you.
Yeah. 3rd and 8. Shinker's got 2 behind him. It's going to go to McCall right off the beginning. He's still moving. Ball's loose. Picked up by the Magi. It's going the other way.
That's Maverick Downs. Somebody ripped that ball out.
Yes, they
I'm going to
did.
guess it was Tucker Lafleur.
Yes, they did. Watch the ball get loose, though. It was a scramble.
You just start digging at that ball.
McCall comes through the middle, wrapped up, punched out.
You know what? Yeah, I think he lost it, trying to stretch
I think he was trying to stretch
stretch it out.
So Colon Magi get a lucky one there. It's another turnover on Towns. And when we talked about earlier tonight, Dan, it's going to be who plays the cleaner ball game.
And that, I'll tell you what, they were definitely driving on us, Tom.
Oh, they were.
That was a very fortuitous bounce of the ball for us. We've got Wiki all the way out now.
The momentum ticker was starting to head back towards center, but back
Empty
in Magi's
backfield.
corner. 3 to the left for Simon. Simon's going to take it up the middle himself. Simon's moving. Good blocking by Wiki. Simon's going to lower his shoulder and get back over the 50-yard line.
Simon Vincent, he could have just run out of bounds, and he decided to get a couple more yards. He wants to win this game.
He wants to win this game bad. Big gain on the field there for the Magi. Watch Vincent go here through the center. Going to be able to get away from
Look
the
at these
big
blocks.
ground.
Look at these guys.
Downfield blocking there by Wiki is huge. Lowers his shoulder and then gets to the 46-yard line of the Mendon Hornets. 1st and 10 for the Magi.
So what we're seeing out there now, Tom, we're seeing they're double-teaming Justin Wiki. When you do that in 8-man football, somebody's open.
Yep.
And in this particular case, it happened to be Simon.
Yep. I don't think anybody expected the Magi to run the ball as much as they already have this game. Going to hand this one to Lafleur. There's going to be a hold out there. That one's coming back wherever it ends up, but Lafleur's trucking down. This one at least might be good for the highlight reel. All the way down to the 5-yard line, but unfortunately that one's coming back. That is coming back, unfortunately. At the line of scrimmage is going to be holding. Poor Tucker Lafleur just emptied the tank on that one. Holding against the Magi. Sure, it's coming back. So that one saves the Hornets from a big oops.
First down.
So let's see if we can get the replay on
see
that
if
one.
we can see it here.
I mean, it was pretty obvious when we saw it live. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well.
Johnny Greenlaw out there scrapping.
Hey.
He knows what he's got to do.
I don't blame him.
He knows what he's got to do. It's a David Goliath battle out there from nose guard to center, and
Kavion's been wearing him out. So.
And Johnny's saying to the sideline, hey, Coach, I don't think the sling's going to handle this guy, so I think he's going to a little bit bigger arsenal. Wiki in motion to the backfield, looking to pass this one over to Lafleur. Lafleur can't keep it together, but it was a backwards pass, so the ball's still live. That's going to bring up 2nd and about 20 for the Magi now. That's a broken play.
Tackled by Noah Obi, and, you know, we've taken Kavion Brown out of the game.
Oh, maybe he's probably a breather. You know, like I said, he's big. So for all that running, he made a tackle downfield on the first drive for the Magi.
One interesting thing is not only did Tucker Lafleur run the entire length of the field just to be brought back, so did all of the men.
Yeah, exactly. But then they threw the ball straight back to Lafleur after he sprinted a 70-yard. He's probably like, all right, Coach, I need some O2.
You know these guys are in good shape when every senior says that they want the coach to, you know, go harder.
Go harder on him, yeah. Last play of the first quarter here. 2 seconds left to go. 14-0. Colon lead. Colon have the ball, but it's a little bit of a stretch that they got to go. Excuse me, to get this first down. 2nd and what looks to be about 22.
Hey, tell Mike. Can't hear it. Mike, you can't hear it. 7 seconds.
Oh, they're readjusting the clock. They want 7 seconds. A little nice breather here for everybody who's out there on the field who just got done sprinting back and forth. Nope, where?
There we go.
7 seconds out of the clock,
All
and now
right.
we're readjusting here. 2nd and 9.
You know, it's the first quarter, Tom.
Yeah.
Not that it make that much difference.
I don't think. It's going to be one play
but
regardless.
it should be right.
Back to passes. Vincent, he's going to air this one out, going to his favorite Wiki. Wiki over the defender! Too easy!
What a play.
Double teamed or not, Wiki says, don't worry, Coach, I got it.
When we look at this on the replay, he's getting pushed. This is actually pass interference.
Wow. Vincent had all the time in the world back there as well to pass the
He
ball.
just looked over at him and he said, you're getting it.
Yep, pass into the air here, Wiki. Already get touched, skied up, caught the ball.
He can catch anything. If it gets near him, he's catching it.
Dan, I guess we owe ourselves an apology there. There was enough time. So 3rd and 1. Vincent keeps it himself and is going to get dragged down by, I believe that's going to be Stiver. Nope, never mind. That's number 10. That's Nathan Verguin. So Magi managed to get a first down there right at the end of the first quarter. That's going to bring it to the second quarter. It was 3rd and inches, and Simon did a nice draw there to get across the first line. First down
So what
marker.
happened on that play now, Tom? Mendon's tackling everybody. They don't care who's got the ball. Everybody's getting tackled.
Well, I got faked out on that play action there because I thought Lafleur had the ball.
So did I.
So 14-0 going into the second quarter here. Magi ball, and they're knocking on the door to the red zone.
Yeah, very good first quarter for the Magi.
Very good first quarter.
They played well. We stopped them twice. Well, one time they stopped themselves.
Yep, that's
but
true.
We stopped them twice.
Yep.
And, you know, what an atmosphere here. It's just wonderful to watch. It's a fun place to be.
It is. Yeah, it's crazy to really feel the press box shaking
Yeah.
when a play goes a certain way.
You know, when you get into a big game like this, the crowd sounds like that wave of noise.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun when you're out on the field to hear that. And, you know, the Colon fans came to cheer.
They
and
sure
it's
did.
really great.
Yeah,
Our cheerleaders are doing great. Student section's great. Band is great. And they've got something to cheer about.
Yeah, and for the first time I think all season, when you see the opponents do something that's fan worthy of cheers, you can hear the opponents' fans now.
Yeah.
You know, but in the past the crowds just haven't been big enough to kind of hear that, but now you can really hear them roaring. The
As
Mendon
you look
Hornets
across the field, the entire fence
is
it's
just covered.
all covered with people.
Yeah, this is awesome.
They brought banners. They brought signs.
Yeah.
Mendon came to play.
Mendon sure did, and they still got a lot of time, but right now it's all Magi so far. 1st and 10 from the Hornets' 37-yard line. Vincent's got 4 to the left.
This is new.
Simon's got to keep it himself, run to the left-hand side. Good tackle there by number 13 that scooped his leg.
Nick Stiver.
Yeah, that's Stiver.
Yeah, he makes a lot of tackles
Yeah,
over
pickup of about 5 for the Magi. That was super interesting. Never seen that formation before. And Wiki even backed up, like, pass me the ball. So I don't know if that was part of the fake.
So
or
it was
if
a fake wide receiver screen.
Yeah, something. I don't know. That was interesting.
We have not seen that all year, Tom.
No.
And we've seen a lot of football from the general.
But yeah, and that's the thing. I would say 90% of football coaches are like, all right, well, if it's working, let's keep it working. And General Hatton out there is like, well, it's working, but let's make some other things work too.
Yes.
One to the right, two to the left. Lafler's in the backfield with Vincent.
He got him
and
again.
they got him again. They want to apply pressure to Vincent so badly.
Yeah.
They want to get in the backfield so badly that it's just the obviously, and then it's playoff nerves and everything's
We're
there.
using their aggressiveness against them.
Yep. And that's going to make it a 2nd and 1.
So you've got to have, really, really good line play in order to make that happen. Wyatt Downs, Johnny Greenwald, Hunter Jones, you've got to be still as a statue.
One to the right, two to the left, same formation. Lafler's in the backfield with Vincent. Quick snap this time. They're going to hand this one to Lafler. Lafler's got good blocking, but he gets wrapped up again by number 70.
Kavion Brown.
Kavion Brown, strong front man for the Mendon defense, but not before picking up a first down for the Magi. So the chains move for the Magi, fresh set of downs, and we're just about at the red zone now, 21-yard line.
The other thing that we're seeing now is we're seeing the Mendon guys with their hands on their hips.
Yep.
So on every one of these defensive plays, it always takes more effort when you're on defense. So the more plays we stack up on them, the more tired they're going to be.
Yeah, Brown has been getting blocked on every tackle that he's made, and he just still makes that one-armed strong man tackle.
Yeah, now we've got Hetman in the slot. Oh, he switches with Wiki.
3 defenders.
No one's on him. No one's on him.
3 defenders go to the left with Wiki. Quick pass over the top to Hetman. Hetman, good job getting a hand on that because that probably would have been it would have been intercepted. Big time rush there by number 36 for the Hornets.
Yeah. That's that Gabe Haig.
Haig applied a lot of pressure in the backfield there. 6'2", 205, a senior.
Yeah, a lot of seniors on this team.
Yeah, a lot of seniors on this team.
A lot of seniors that seem to be the ones making the plays.
Yeah, that's true. The only, there's some juniors out there making this play. Jack McCaw's junior, but also Stiver, the defensive presence for Mendon, is a sophomore. So the future's looking bright for the Mendon defense.
Yeah. I think that that time Hetman actually split out too far, and he wasn't where he was supposed to be for when that ball was passed.
High snap this time. Oh, it's going to be a false start against the Magi here.
Yeah.
Gabe Haig was in the backfield again. I think Haig might have found a little bit of a exploited loophole against the Magi. So false start. First flag coming against the Magi.
He's been firing every time.
Second flag coming against the Magi tonight. First one was a holding. This one's a false start, marching themselves back a little bit. Seems to be where where the Magi have the biggest kind of self-destruction aspect is on those false starts and holding penalties.
Yeah. Well, you got to get it out quick because we're smaller than they are.
Yeah, exactly.
And you got to hang on to them because we're smaller than they are.
Yeah, you're not wrong. All right, 2nd and 14 now for the Magi.
Brought in Maverick Downs.
Another flag. So pass is complete to Hetman, but it's another flag against the Magi. I think it's going to be another false start. If it's a false start, technically the play should have been blown dead, I thought, but...
Illegal formation.
Yep, another false start against the Magi.
Repeat 2nd down.
Somebody started off too quick.
And I think it's whoever's outright out there that's causing it.
Yeah. Illegal formation? No. Offside.
2nd and 20.
False start. A little bit confusing here, Tom.
Yeah,
I'm not really sure what's going on.
Can't seem to see what they're calling it, but I think they're calling it against Wiki. So now Wiki's trying to get some clarification from the official.
So they're saying that he went a little too quick.
But both times, I think, is who they called it on was Wiki. Looks like the Magi are going to take a timeout. Just burning off the clock a little bit. A little bit of a strategic play here by Hatton wants some.
Yeah, he wants a little.
He wants some clarification.
There's a little discussion going on there, Tom.
I'm not entirely sure what's happening. They're bringing Brown off, the Hornets are.
Yeah, good time. Hey, you know, he gets a little extra break.
All right, so now off comes Montaigne. In goes Lafleur. Back in goes Vincent, obviously. He was still on there. Got the play call from Hetton there.
I'm not really sure what all happened there, Tom.
Yeah, me either, because the clock is still running. The clock has been running. This has been like a 45-second just.
In between plays.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Simon's going to hand this. No, he's going to keep it himself to the right-hand side. He's got blockers, and he's got real estate. Lukeman gets away from Wiki and then makes the tackle. But a gain of about 10 for the Magi. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10 now, I believe.
If Simon had cut that inside, he probably could have gotten a few more yards, but he was getting tracked down.
I also think he thought Wiki was going to hold. Lukeman did a really good job of breaking free of Wiki to get that tackle. Yeah. So 3rd and 10 for the Magi.
So after all that, now it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah. But, I mean, on the plus side, and I'd be frustrated as a Mendon Hornet, so much time just came off the clock.
Yeah, yeah. And you need time.
Yeah.
That's what Mendon needs.
Yeah,
they need
exactly.
time.
Mendon will get the ball at the half, remember. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Simon takes the snap over the top and it's just overthrown from Wilson. Not going to be able to get to that one in time. So that brings up 4th and 10 from the 20-yard line. You got to go for it here, right?
Well, he's coming over to get a play.
Maverick Downs going back into the game now. Out comes Lafleur. Interesting that Lafleur's been coming off the field so much. I wonder if Lafleur's hurt.
Well, or just having to play both ways against big guys. He could be tired.
That's true, too. So Maverick Downs is in the game now. Maverick Downs is probably going to be the bodyguard here for Vincent if he takes the spot of Lafleur. Nope, they got him splitting out.
Well, we're going to run empty backfield.
All right, Magi got to get 10 yards here.
Wiki, he's adjusting everybody.
4th and 10, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Simon's got time over the top to Maverick. Maverick can't pull it in. Magi's hands just not looking as good as they should, and they're going to go 4 and out here after a couple penalties and some confusion. Mendon's going to take over on downs from their own 20-yard line with 8 minutes and 3 seconds left to play. And if they control the clock well, which Mendon likes to do, they might be able to get a score in here and then instantly turn around and get the ball back.
Yeah, at the halftime. So, you know, they had the play that they wanted. Maverick was on a drag route across, coming across the middle. It was a good play. We just didn't execute it.
Even if Maverick had caught that ball, he would have had to make a lot of moves to get upfield.
Yeah,
he still needed 6 to go.
He was trying to catch him in stride.
McCall's going to keep this one himself, and it's a good wrap up there by Vanderstrat.
Oh, it's everybody.
Yeah. And then he's finally dragged down. Pickup of about 2. Maybe that was Vincent that wrapped him up. I thought it was 13, but it might have been 14. Had he got through that first tackler, I think he might have been off to the races.
Yeah, he could have broke it.
He got wrapped up just long enough for the cavalry to arrive.
So now you got 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9, good first play there for the Magi defense.
Yeah, the front line of Mendon is able to push us back a bit.
Oh, yeah. Schinker under center this time with 2 in the backfield. It's McCall and Lukeman. Schinker's going to pass. He's looking, he's going deep. He's got a man wide open. It's caught. Wiki's got to get to him, but McCall's going to lay the block. The Hornets pass for the touchdown.
He was back behind everybody.
Unguarded completely. Oh, but there's a flag downfield. There is a flag down here. Let's see who that goes against. That could be a big deal. Sideline warning against the Magi, so it doesn't even matter. The touchdown is good.
Oh, my gosh.
What a play there by Mendon.
Are you kidding me? It's the biggest game of the year.
Yeah.
On a huge play, you get a sideline warning.
Interesting. Probably wouldn't surprise me either if the officials were pretty upset with how the Magi were kind of contesting what that last play was. So
that was a little dig on them.
All right, let's see if they can get the 2-point conversion here. It's Schinker under center with McCall behind him. Schinker going to hand it off to one around to the outside. He's in. 2-point conversion is good, and it's a 1-score football game.
Pretty much just an off-tackle play. Everybody blocking down, Tom.
14-8, 7-11 left to play here in the first half. And Mendon has woken up, ladies and gentlemen. And that momentum ticker is a little bit more back towards center now. If anything, potentially even skewed towards the green.
Yeah, well, when you've got to play like that, and I don't think that was probably Gabe Haig probably hasn't caught 3 or 4 balls all year. I'm sure, you know, the general put in some plays, and obviously they put in one that we haven't seen. So now we got to be careful. You know, with 7-11 left in the first half, this would be a great time for an onside kick.
Yep, you're not wrong. Mendon get another score here. They could go up on the Magi, and then again, they get the ball at halftime. So it's more of a contest now, ladies and gentlemen. But we knew it was going to be.
We've got Wiki back deep. We've got our hands team out. We're ready. We've got enough guys up close to the ball. We're ready for an onside kick.
McCall out there to kick for the Hornets. Taking his time approaching, and he'll boot it deep. Wiki's going to get it in the air at the 20-yard line.
Great cutback. Great cutback.
Big hit by their McCall, wrapped him up good, but Wiki's able to make it all the way down to about the 47-yard line. Great blocking by the Magi out there.
He's very good at picking his way through and cutting back.
Somebody got hit one of the Magi got hit pretty hard there while he was trying to lay a block.
That's going to happen.
Wiki got a pretty good stick here by McCall, but that young man's tough. So
yeah, and he spun out of it, so it looks worse than it is.
1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Lafleur's back in the game on offense. Lafleur's going to take this one. Lafleur's going to get a little bit more success than he's used to. He's going to get a first down. I think, personally, I think there was another hold. I think on Brown there was a misholding call there, or maybe Brown just kind of slipped up himself, but it kind of looked like Johnny got on top of him.
Well, he's probably doing everything he can out there.
And I'm sure by this point in the game too, Brown's getting a little fatigued. You know, that's typical. Yeah. You're so big.
Well, do whatever you got to do to keep him blocked.
Yep. 2nd and 1 for the Magi here.
Wonderful play. Everything's in the book here.
High snap. Gives this one to Lafleur up the center.
Gone.
Lafleur's got to get through 2 white shirts. Still on his feet, but tackled down around the 6-yard line.
You know, he was reading that. I think Simon wanted to keep that, but he was reading it, and Lafleur was wide open.
Yeah. Lafleur. Okay, so now, all we talked about before the game, Mendon's going to run the ball. Colin's going to throw the ball. Mendon scores on a pass. Colin gets down to the near the end zone with a run play. Quick play over this one. Vincent keeps it himself to the right-hand side. He's got to get through to get in. Touchdown, Magi!
And we have run for most of our touchdowns.
Wow, what an interesting game this has been.
Everybody's doing the opposite of what you've watched on film. Well, they have to. They've seen film for the entire year.
Yeah, exactly. Quick score to answer the Mendon score there for the Magi.
Well, they took that Kavion Brown out, and we ran right up the middle.
Yeah, we sure did. Yeah. I'm assuming Kavion Brown is going to have to really work on not being too gassed.
Yeah. And the longer this goes and the more that we turn this into a track meet, the more gassed he's going to be.
The Magi are going to go for 2.
Yeah, you know, you've got a scorecard where you want to be up by so much.
Mm-hmm. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. They're probably going to, I'm looking for that end zone pass to Wiki. In trouble is Vincent. He scrambles to the right-hand side, still looking for a man backfield, and it's just thrown off his back heel. Bad pass, not going to work that time. Vincent punishing himself, but nothing you can do there, young man. You still got the touchdown. 20-8, 12-point game here. 5:55 left to go in the first half.
That was a quick score. I mean, it's a tale of 2 offenses. Well, not that last time down. Mendon scored on 2 plays on the last drive. But usually it's, 3 yards in a cloud of dust for Mendon every time.
All right, so going back now to allow Mendon to recruit and see what they can do on offense after Vanelli's kickoff, which is coming up here. Let's see if he kicks it in the same kind of pattern as he has been.
Well, if he does kick it in the same kind of pattern that he has been, it's going to bend toward the middle of the field.
It'll be better this time, yeah. He's kicking left. See if they start utilizing Big number 36, Gabe Haig, after that last touchdown pass.
Well, I'm sure that's something that we have never seen on film, but now we'll be ready for it.
Luke Schinker did such a good job, too, about faking the handoff and then hiding the ball on the rollout.
Yeah, you would think that they don't do it all that well. Mendon's got everybody up close here, so they're ready if we're going to go for an onside kick.
McCall's alone in the backfield. Alessandro is a high blooper, out of bounds. He's got to be doing that on purpose.
Yeah, he's kicking it out of bounds on purpose.
He's kicking it out of bounds on purpose. That's the only explanation. Because I can tell you why I know for sure. Because if Alessandro wasn't kicking the ball he wanted to be kicking, he'd be ticked off.
Yeah, he would be. He'd be letting his temper go.
Yeah, but after every single kick, he just picks up his tee and he trots back over to the sideline. So
he's doing exactly what he's been told to do, and that's to not kick it to Jack McCall.
Yeah. So interesting that why is the ball on the 37-yard line? Interesting. Okay, ball's on the 37-yard line. Hornets spread 2 out to the right. McCall's in the backfield. He's going to take it and run it himself up the middle, and he's going to be met by Maverick Downs at the line as well as Tucker Lafleur. Gain of about 3.
Good tackle there by Maverick Downs. Good blocking. I mean, they got to the second level, but we just kind of snapped in behind it and were able to bring him down.
Mendon sent 2 out to the right, too, which we haven't seen him do that before.
Yeah, they're doing a few things we haven't seen him do before. We're down to 5:29 left in the first half.
Both teams have all their timeouts. I formation here. Stivers under, Schinker's under center. He's going to give this one to Lukeman to the left-hand side. He's having some success. He's got to get around Lafleur, and he does. Lafleur with a high tackle again.
Yeah, that's pretty much a signature for Tucker Lafleur. Yep. He likes to grab him up high and then rip him down.
Yeah, he gets around the top side and underneath the shoulder pads to make sure that he gets a lock in there. So apparently he ran out of bounds. So they are going to stop the clock, and it was before the first down marker. But
5:14 left in the first half.
Gain of about 5 there for Lukeman.
They've got a pretty good success on blocking down there on that side.
Schinker back under center, same formation. McCall and Lukeman behind him in I formation. And Schinker's got to keep it himself up the middle to get that first down. And he does. Gain of about a long 3. They are going to mark him down on the 49-yard line on Colin's side of the 50.
You get the feeling they could run that play almost every time.
Oh yeah.
They could just push the line straight forward.
First and 10 now.
Just about right on the 50, 49-yard line of Colin.
Mendon still moving with a good head of steam here. McCall in the shotgun with Lukeman back there with him. McCall's going to take the direct snap, hand this. No, he keeps it himself up the center, and he runs through, gets tripped up by Lafleur, and then finished by Wilson and Thaxton. But gain of about a long 3 again, maybe even 4. Let's call it 4, 2nd and 6.
Again, a really good push up front from Mendon. You know, it's 3 yards before he gets hit.
Now they're really working on that clock management now. 4:24 left to play here in the half, and they're moving the ball with success. Haven't been stopped yet, and they have all their timeouts. They're going to try to score here at the end of the half.
Because then they get the ball back again.
Schinker under center. Schinker keeps it himself again up the center, and they, just like you said, Dan, they're going to get a lot of. I think Mendon maybe have just realized that they're going to get a lot of yards with that play every single time.
Yeah, they can go right up the middle.
Gain of about 4, making it 3rd and 2.
And they want to use up all the clock here. They do not want Colin to get the ball back.
Yep. And I think that's where it kind of comes back to bite the Magi in the hindquarters for not kicking that ball and trying to at least pin them deep.
Yeah.
Same formation, Schinker under center. This time he's going to fade back. He's going to give it to Lukeman on the left-hand side. Lukeman finds some success, gets across for a first down, and then is tackled by Lafleur, who's getting up a little slow.
And it looks like Owen Wilson was in on that one as well.
I think maybe he just came down rough on Lafleur's hand.
We also brought in Jacob Bauer. He's in the game now. Trying to keep guys fresh.
1st and 10 for the Hornets now on the Magi 37-yard line. Magi got to put something together here on defense. Schinker under center with 2 back. This time he's going to fade back to pass again, but the Magi are a little bit more ready for it over the top, but not ready. Oh, incomplete pass.
Nice play, Simon.
Ooh, things got lucky there for the Magi. Pass was in the hands of Nick Stiver, and then Vincent able to knock it out. So that's the first time this offensive drive that the Mendon Hornets haven't moved forward.
Right. Yeah. They had that's that same play. They just ran it to a different guy. He puts the ball on his hip there, and then passes it.
Yeah, coverage was a little bit better for the Magi on that one. There was no wide open receiver, but Stiver still had the chance to get his hands on that ball.
And he had a lot of time.
That's true. Lukeman goes to the left, and they got another one coming to the right out here, and it's McCaw alone in the backfield. Lukeman in
we've
motion.
actually got somebody in motion.
And that's a flag.
Yeah.
False start for the Hornets. I'm confused where that false start is.
Yeah. You know, if you're in motion, you cannot make a move toward the line of scrimmage.
And I wonder if he did. But it's interesting because I didn't think he was. But so this is the first penalty that's going against the Hornets tonight on offense at least. So that's going to march him back 5.
Yeah, because we've had him jump off sides two
Twice,
times on defense.
Yep.
Okay, so now they're actually spreading out. They've spread the entire field.
2 right, 2 left.
I don't think they've done this all year.
Lukeman's in motion, but it's McCaw. McCaw's going to pass over the top. Quick pass to number 58, and it's complete.
A tackle eligible?
Interesting. What a play.
I mean, boy, I've got to admit, Dom, that wasn't in film.
No.
So
and that made it through all the hands of the Magi there. So that brings up 3rd and 1. Maverick Downs coming off. He's a little gassed. I think he might have. Oh, the big guy landed on him. Knocked the wind out of Maverick. So 3rd and 1.
They took a little play out of the Magi book when we had Wyatt Downs catch the downs for a touchdown.
That was Noah Obe there that received that ball. 3rd and 1. Stiver under center. McCaw and Lukeman behind him. He's going to fade back, get this one to Lukeman. Lukeman gets wrapped up, but he's still on his feet, then is tackled, and they're going to give him forward progress. I think it's going to be a first down. First down, yep.
Yep, he made it.
Lukeman picks up a first down, and 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go here. Clock is still running, and the Mendon Hornets are doing a great job at clock control here at the end of the first.
Yeah, and they still have all of their timeouts,
Yep.
so they can take those and whenever they need to.
Yep, definitely the plan is here from Mendon is to get in the end zone with near 0 time left on the clock to get it back.
Same play.
And it's another false start. They don't. Oh, encroachment on the defense. That goes against the Magi.
So we jump.
Encroachment.
So
First down.
I'm not sure why the play was blown dead.
Yeah, that is interesting. That shouldn't have been blown dead. But whatever. 1st and 5 now. Thaxton coming back off. Back goes in. Maverick Downs. He just needed a breather.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in the interior of that blocking, so we need to have some fresh bodies out there.
Minute 56 left to go, and Mendon is on the 21-yard line. Now back under center goes Schinker, excuse me. Lukeman on the carry again to the left-hand side. He's going to get free, but Maverick Downs drags him down by the shirt. Not before picking up a first down, though. They're down to about the 15-yard line.
That's a power play where everybody, you've got that I lineup, and they're all blocking down, and then that fullback takes out the linebacker, and he can get some yardage.
Wilson goes in, out comes Jones. Spreading him out this time. Gets that one to the right. Lukeman in motion. McCall's going to take the direct snap. McCall keeps it himself up the middle. He goes. He's got blockers. Left-hand side. He's going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Mendon Hornets.
15 yards out. Touchdown, Mendon.
Two of the Colin Magi guys ran into each other.
Oh, did they?
So when you block each other, then it makes it a little easier to score.
So no matter what now, it's a one-score game.
So I'm sure that they'll go for 2 because it'll be closer. Yeah, it looks like Simon and Tucker Lafleur they kind of got hung up together.
Tripped over each other there. 2014, 1:27 left to play. Mendon Hornets going for 2. McCall keeps it himself to the right-hand side. Wrapped up by the Magi. No good. Big stop there for the Magi, but that doesn't mean anything because it's still just a one-score game. 1 minute, 27 seconds left. Mendon gets the ball at the start of the second half. General Hatton's got to be hoping to get one more there on the board.
He wants to get one more score. So he's dialing it up right now. Now, if you're Mendon with 127 left, you know, there is a possibility you could onside kick here.
Sure.
Get the ball and get the ball again.
But do you risk giving the Magi such better position?
Yeah, no, that's a good point, Tom. You know, make them go the entire length of the field in 127. But the Magi have done,
that
a lot before.
Yeah. Colin answered quick after Mendon's last score with just a 3-play drive touchdown. Let's see if they can manage to do that again here. Momentum, like I said, though, that ticker's back up to about even, maybe even skewing a little bit towards the green side of the field here, but.
Yeah. Everybody knows that they're in a football game tonight.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't have asked for a better game. You know, this is what everybody wanted for. This is why the place is sold out and
that's what everybody expected.
Yep, that's true.
So they got the unbalanced line. They got the 4 guys our way. Be ready, Chuck Wagner.
Call goes back to kick. It's an onside kick.
Oh!
Good job, Maverick Downs.
That was pretty much an illegal hit there.
Yeah, that was insane. Maverick, who was already a little rattled after the last defensive drive, gets rocked right there. But
You've got to be really careful when you do an onside kick that you're not hitting people before the 10 yards.
Good job, Maverick Downs. Really putting his body on the line right there for the team.
Love to see a replay.
And look at him right here just being like, God, dear Lord.
Good job, Maverick Downs.
Yeah. Dog.
I was hoping that we'd catch a replay on that, but we must not have it.
They showed it. They showed it.
They have it?
Yeah, Maverick's sitting there, and everybody around him is laughing, and he's kind of spitting, so I think he's fine. I think he just got his bell rung. So
we got a little conference out here with the referees.
Mendon called the timeout there, which is interesting.
Yeah, set the defense.
Luckily for Maverick, there is only 1:24 left to go here, so hopefully we can get to
he can get back into the get into the locker room.
Hopefully they don't need him until the start of the second half.
That's right. Rocky will get him patched up. He'll be fine.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Hetman goes in motion. They fake the pitch back to Hetman. Looking out, wides it out. It's potential Magi in front of each other. It's caught by Wiki. Wiki down to the 5-yard line.
Both of our guys beat him deep.
I thought that was going to be a problem. Wiki's slow to get up. It's going to be an injury timeout.
He fell on the ball.
Hopefully he fell on the ball. That's it. Let's watch the replay here while we wait. Quick pass back there. I think Wiki took it from Hetman, actually. I think Hetman caught that football, and then Wiki said, I'm going to take this real quick. Thank you.
Thank you for catching it, and now I'll catch it.
Going to be an injury timeout. This could be devastating for the Magi if Wiki ends up.
It would be
down.
really, really difficult. Sure, it looked like he fell on the ball.
Yep. Rocky's getting him up right now. It looks like, or trying to at least.
Yeah. He'll get him patched up.
No, he's still taking his time down.
Yep.
Looks like he's moving his hips a lot.
Yep. Maybe a cramp.
That would be best case scenario, but I'm worried that it might be a hamstring or quad issue. Let's see how he moves when they get him on his feet here. Oh, it's more of a shoulder thing is what people are worried about. Potentially a shoulder popped out of socket. Helmet is off. That's not a good sign. So we watch this pass is complete here. Let's see how he goes down. He goes down right on that left shoulder. He's up. Still holding his shoulder. Walking just fine, which is good. Like I said, at first I was afraid it was his hip. Arms moving pretty.
That shoulder's hurting.
You got to really hope that it's a shoulder issue. Maybe they can just get it back in the socket and it's not a broken collarbone.
Yeah, we do not want that. Okay, so we are first and goal from the 5.
Minute and 9 left to go. Clock is ticking away now.
We've got all of our timeouts. Plenty of time.
Vincent going to hand this one to Lafleur. Lafleur's moving. Lafleur's in the end zone.
Nice blocking. Really great blocking.
And he said, "You got us here, buddy. I'll get us the rest of the way." That is crucial score there for the Magi, because without Wiki in there, it was going to be tough to get back on the board. Another Magi touchdown moves it to 26-14, 12-point game. Magi
58 seconds left.
Look like they're going for 2 again.
Well, they'd like it to be 28. That would be 2 scores and 2 extra points. So they really blocked that well. That was a great job by those 3 offensive linemen, especially Hunter Jones.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Magi back in for 2. Hetman in motion. Vincent keeps it himself. He's got to get around. He's got to get in there. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and that is crucial for the Magi offense.
That was Simon all the way. That was a very little read and all QB option.
I think Simon is really shouldering the responsibility of the senior captain heavily here.
Yeah, he's got this team on his back right now. That was a beautiful pass. That last pass, whether it was the Hetman or Wiki, can't really tell, but it was a great pass.
Wiki sitting on the sideline gingerly, still not looking good. So currently the Magi are down Wiki and potentially still down Maverick Downs, based off of just depending on how hard that hit truly was.
Yep, and you've got to be careful here because Wiki's in on everything. He's in on kickoff return. He's in on kickoff. He's in on everything.
And Maverick Downs is a crucial part to the defense as well as the backup quarterback for the offense.
Well, and it's a game like this where all the other guys got to step up.
Maverick Downs is on the field, so paramedics are out now paying attention to Wiki as well. So that'll be crucial for the Magi. Now, to be fair, the Magi haven't utilized Wiki too much this game.
That's because
but the 2 times that they've utilized Wiki, it's been colossal plays.
Right, but also Mendon's been double teaming him.
True.
So it'll change Mendon's entire defensive strategy if Wiki's not in the game.
That's true. Let's see what Alessandro Vanelli does here on this kick. He's going to send it right out of bounds again. Yep.
Well, I would say our strategy is not to kick it to Jack McCaw. I think we pretty much established that as being true now, Tom.
Yeah, they don't want to let McCaw have any ability.
Oh, look at Mendon. Mendon decided, you know what? You guys could just move it back now.
Kick it again.
So I'm sure that General Hatton has a response for this.
So he actually is talking to Vanelli right now. So let's see what they do here.
So again, we've still got quite a bit of wind blowing out of the south. So if he wants to kick it into the field of play, he's going to have to kick it, to the left upright. Uh-oh, this is that huddle. This is where they get together in that huddle.
Oh, boy. The hand's not up for the kick, though, yet. Okay, here we go.
Okay. So they've decided how they're going to do it.
Mendon was ready for it. They were tucked in tight. Now they open up a little bit.
They've seen a lot of film. It's hard to fool people because you've got a whole year's worth.
And it's an onside kick right into the hands of Gabe, number 36, the touchdown receiver.
Gabe Haig.
Gabe Haig. So the Mendon Hornets are going to get the ball with 58 seconds left on the Magi 48-yard line.
So Gabe Haig, he's the guy who caught the touchdown pass. He must have pretty soft hands for a big guy.
So now this is going to be interesting here without Wiki in on defense. And 58 seconds, which I think is more than enough time for the Mendon Hornets to find the end zone again.
We got Blake Vanderstraten out there taking his place.
They're going to hand this. No, it's McCaw up the center. Tackled by Thaxton and Lafleur, tag team, but not for picking up a nice 5-yard gain there. But the clock is.
They're letting the clock go.
Mendon's going to do a quick huddle.
They're down to 40 seconds.
This is crucial here for both teams. Lafleur's looking ready to pounce. Back to pass goes McCaw. McCaw's in the air to Gabe Haig. Overthrows him. No way that's going to be pass interference. Yeah, I was going to say, there's no way. All right,
29 seconds.
That stops the clock, though. 29 seconds, 3rd and 5 for the Hornets.
Absolutely overthrew that ball.
Yeah, paramedics are still paying attention to
We've
over
got
here.
Justin Wiki over on the sideline. With
They're
the
having a really
paramedics.
hard time getting his shoulder pads off. I think Wiki might be done for the night.
Yep.
Mendon out of the huddle now. It's going to be McCall in the shotgun still. 2 to the right, 1 to the left.
There's that man in motion again.
Nobody back deep. McCall keeps it himself and tackled. That's going to bring up 4th down, and the clock is going to keep running. I'd imagine a timeout coming. Yep, timeout called. Timeout called by Mendon.
Down to 1 timeout left for Mendon, I believe.
Yep.
Nice play there.
General Hatton read that one like a book because he did not have a safety back.
Yeah.
And I was nervous because they had 2 out to the right, and Haig was on as in the tight end position, so he could have broke free and gone too.
Yeah, he could have done that.
It was a little bit of
same play, but probably in film, you know, I'll bet you they've never run that, what we call a waggle on that pass route in film. So pretty good clock management, though, by Mendon. Get that timeout. You know, you've got everything in the playbook now. You're far enough out away from the end zone, you could throw anything at Colin right now.
Yeah, and all it takes is just a little bit of realistic. So the fastest man on the field defensively for Colin was Wiki.
Right.
So
he could always make up some ground.
All it really takes now is for Mendon to find just a little bit of open field, and they could get back on the board again here, steal one from the Magi.
We still have some quick guys. Maverick Downs is pretty fast. So I see Simon out there. You know, Simon's played a lot of football. He wanted to make sure that, you know, he's back there kind of calling it.
Trying to get the Magi crowd pumped up now.
That's not taking a lot of effort. They're pumped.
4th and 5 here to the left. It's McCall alone in the shotgun. McCall back to pass, but he might run it himself. Pressure coming. Pass over the top. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. 19 seconds left to go.
19 seconds for this Magi offense. Great play. I'll tell you what, Tucker Lafleur, he was all over it. Look at him. He's got 58 and 36. Let's see what happens here.
Tucker Lafleur got the what makes the grass glow, and he said, blood, 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 and he came for him.
Yeah, you know what? They didn't block him.
Yeah. He got a hand on him. So turnover on downs going to give the Magi a few, maybe a stab or 2 at the end zone. That would be crucial for the Magi to get one more away from the Hornets here before going into the half.
Because the Hornets are getting the ball coming out on the second half.
And a well-rested Mendon Hornet team on offense could spell doom for the Magi. Let's see what happens. Vincent's got 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Wiki's not in the game, remember.
Yep.
Quick snap, back to pass. Good block. Oh, and he just trips. Who was that just tripped up? Was that, Hetman.
Yep. That yard marker got him.
Unfortunately, but that's okay. Only 2 seconds come off the clock. 16.5 left to play here in the half. 2nd and 10 for the Magi. Let's see what they can do.
That was a quick hitter. Definitely a quick hitter. Bring in a good play. You know, this is a point where, Tom, you pull something out of the playbook.
Let's see what they can do. Mendon's got a guy back deep. 1 to the left, 2 to the right. Wiki was their far deep guy. High snap, got time, over to Wilson. Wilson gets wrapped up, not out of bounds, unfortunately. Does General take a timeout? I don't think he does. It looks like he might just let this one go. Interesting.
We're going to the locker room.
Johnny Greenwald wanted one more try. So that's going to do it for the first half of football here. Magi have a 14-point lead, 28-14, but there's a lot of factors going into the rest of this football game. Wiki is on the sideline still, not heading to the locker room, and is getting a heavy attention from the paramedics. His shoulder pads are off, helmet is off. Looks like he's done for the night there, Dan.
Yeah, I would say definitely. So that's something that you don't want to see.
That's a crucial part of the Magi offense and the Magi defense. He's looking upset. I'm wondering why. I know we'll know more at the end of the half here, but so far the Magi looking pretty good on offense and pretty good comparatively on defense, although Mendon seems to be finding the right pieces to put together to find the end zone.
Well, and you got to wonder, Tom, in the second half, Mendon outweighs us at every position. if that doesn't start to wear on the Colon Magi, even though we are up by 14, we've got a whole nother half to play.
Yep, there's a lot of football left to play, and like you said, Mendon's not going anywhere. So
No.
We got a 15-minute break, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you come back, and we'll give you the second half of this amazing football game.
From the biggest stadiums in the state to the familiar fields down the street, Meijer is a proud sponsor of local sports teams across the Midwest. Whenever you shop
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here. We're getting ready to kick off the second half of playoff action between your very own Colon Magi and the visitors, the Mendon Hornets. Currently, Magi hold the lead 28-14, but there's a lot of football left to play. Mendon gets the ball to start the half, and they've been building steam.
They've been building steam, Tom, and they get the ball. We're kicking off to them. Let's see what Alessandro does now.
So far, we've kicked it all out of bounds, and then one onside kick attempt, which was picked up quickly by Gabe. Kick is going to go straight out of bounds yet again. So General Hatton decides that he doesn't want to give Jack McCall the chance at all to bring that ball back down the field for Mendon. So we're going to go send that one straight out of bounds.
That's pretty obvious.
See, Mendon might make us kick the ball again, just from deeper, which is what it's looking to be.
So now we're going to have to figure out a new strategy.
Yep. So I think Mendon's plan from here on out is anytime the Magi have to kick the ball, is just back them up.
Yeah, let's back them up 5 and make them kick it again.
Yep.
So now we got to cover quick. Cover in our lanes.
So we do have the unfortunate news that Justin Wicke is done, not only for the night, but for the season.
Yeah, Justin Wicke broken collarbone is the preliminary report. And
Quibb's kick, this one's going to McCall at the 35, and McCall's got a head of steam. He's got to get through some Magi, and he does relatively well, but is then tackled by Vander Stratton. But it gets to the 40.
Pretty good kick. It took a funny hop, hit off a Mendon player. So
Alessandro does such a good job at manipulating the way that ball goes off of his foot. So,
Yeah.
But McCall, man, that kid's got
wheels.
terrifying speed.
We got to keep him bottled up.
And he runs hard, too. You know, sometimes you see those players that are super fast, but as soon as they get touched, they'll go down.
Yeah. Or they go out of bounds.
Yep, not the case here. So Mendon get the drive started from the 40-yard line.
Right back to that power I formation, Tom.
Sinker is in the eye, gives to Lukeman to the left-hand side, and is going to get wrapped up and tackled by Thaxton, I believe. Is the one.
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Gain of 3. Maverick Downs was in on that tackle as well. Left-hand side you see here. Maverick is actually the one that leads the tackle.
So now we've got Maverick Downs. We got Jacob Bauer in. So Jacob Bauer is actually taking the spot of Justin Wicke.
Bauer's got big shoes to fill.
Yeah, that would be a tough one.
But Bauer had himself a heck of a game last season. I mean, last week.
There's that motion play again.
And it's going to be kept, and it's Vander Stratton and Lafler on that tackle. Gain of about 2. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Simon came in and threw him down as well.
Vander Stratton got in on that one quick. Good work by that young man. Vander Stratton, a sophomore, 5'8", 140.
So we've seen that motion play quite a bit where that's basically an option between the motion man and the quarterback.
3rd and 4 here for Mendon.
Luke Schinker back in. So now he's going to go under center.
Let's see if they just do that.
Power I. Here it comes. They got 2 plays to make a first.
They're going to give it to McCall, and McCall's going to power through for a first down, taking a bunch of Magi with him. And McCall, if the Mendon offensive front line was a little bit faster, and there's nothing against them because they're super strong, but I think McCall ends up getting tackled because he's running over his own front line.
Outrunning his blockers.
Yeah, he really is.
Pushing that Colon Magi front line back, though, they're carrying him with him.
1st and 10 now in Colon territory from the 47-yard line. Here comes Lukeman in motion yet again. They're going to keep this one. Quick pass over the top. It's to an open Schinker, tackled by Vinson. The pass play, that one off of the tight end play there by Mendon, has been working very well for them.
Yeah, we have not seen that before. That is obviously something the Magi have not seen in film. I don't think they've run that all year.
Putting it together pretty well. Big gain there for Mendon, probably their second biggest gain of the night besides the touchdown pass in the second quarter. And that's going to get them down to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. The Hornets are knocking on the door.
They've got this power I formation that they run out of most of the time.
Schinker gives it to McCall up the middle. McCall ends up just running over his front line and tackled. The tackle is going to go to who's getting up right there. It's Lafler. Gain of about 4 there for Mendon.
So he sent in Chuck Wagner, and Tucker Leffler said, "You're not coming in. I'm staying in out here."
That's exactly what you expect out of that young man. 9 minutes left to go here in the third. 2nd and 6. Schinker's going to hand this one off to Lukeman. Lukeman's going to get tackled by Downs.
3rd down now.
3rd and a longer 3rd down.
It's just your 3 yards and a cloud of dust offense.
Yeah. But good success for Mendon so far on moving this ball.
Yeah, they've moved the ball right down the field.
3rd and 7.
So part of the time they go in the power I, part of the time they spread it out and then bring a guy in motion.
Schinker to McCall again in the middle. McCall gets wrapped up right away and brought down by the Magi. Tucker Lafler, and Tucker Lafler's exchanging some words. A little bit of jawing out there because Tucker Lafler's fired up.
Tucker Lafler and Jacob Bauer.
I'll tell you what fires up Tucker Lafler no more than already wanting to win the game is when you hurt his buddy. And now that they've taken Wiki out of the game, now he's got another sense of who to play for. And I'm telling you what, Tucker Lafler plays like a caged animal.
He is. Right now, he can smell blood in the water.
Oh, yeah. Waters are chummed, and Lafler's looking for a kill.
Listen to these fans.
McCall in the shotgun, 2 wide outs.
Oh, they're trying to draw us.
Oh, and it looks like they got us. They're going to go get some Magi. Let's see what happens. He's marching it off. That goes against the Magi. That's a bad call because what you see in your top left corner here, you'll see that there he moved.
Oh,
right there.
That's a bad call.
Yeah, that's a missed call. So that does not work for the Magi. It's going to be 4th and 1, and the Hornets excel there.
This will be the power quarterback keep straight up the middle.
4th and 1, they're going to go back and line it up inside there. Schinker's going to go under center. They usually get 2 or 3 yards on this play every single time. It's just going to be the Schinker keep, most likely. Schinker keeps it. Straps right over the middle he goes. That's enough for a 1st down. Gain of about 2, but it's enough for the 1st down. It's 1st and goal now for the Hornets.
Well, Kavion Brown, his helmet came off, so he's coming off the field.
He'll be off for 1 play.
So now we've got 1st and goal.
All right, Hornets got 4 downs now to find the end zone. See what the Magi defense can do here. They had a goal line stand last week against Camden Frontier. See if they can duplicate that.
That was an epic goal line stand.
Lukeman to the left, gets loose, gain of about 4.
Yeah, it looked like Maverick Downs, he shot the gap in that time and brought him down.
2nd and goal from the 5. There's a gain of about 4 on the play there.
Brought in some beef, brought in Hunter Jones. They've actually spread the, well, here comes that motion play.
Lukeman's going to take it to the outside. He's got to get around. He does. He's in for the touchdown. Mendon scores.
I think we had a little extracurricular there from Tucker Lafler that's probably going to get a flag.
Oh, really? (28-26), 34 left to go here in the 3rd. Flag's going to be against Lafler, we're pretty certain.
After the play, personal foul, number 6 on the kickoff.
Okay. So that'll come back to bite the Magi on the kickoff there. So Magi got to play a little cleaner. It's 28-20 here. See if they can stop them from getting this 2-point conversion. It's quarterback keeper on the left side. He's going to trot in completely untouched. 2-point conversion is good, and the Mendon Hornets close the gap to a 6-point lead for the Magi.
So everybody was faked out on that one, Tom. I got to admit, I was faked out as well. I thought The halfback had it going up the middle.
So big score there for Mendon coming out the gates.
Big drive.
Keeping the momentum on their side, and now only trail by 6. Let's see if the Magi can answer down one of their key offensive players of the entire year.
Somebody has to step up because, again, Justin Wicke is our return man. And he's returned almost every kickoff that's been kicked this year to the Colon Magi. Next man in. It looks like we're going to have...
It's Montaigne out there.
Montaigne.
Yep. And they're just going to already march it off right here for the kick, so they're going to be kicking from the...
From the 50, from the 45.
From the 45, huh? So let's see what happens here.
Pretty good place for an onside kick.
Yeah, not wrong. Yeah, even if the Magi recover it, they're still.
Get the hands team up here.
Let's see what.
This is an onside kick.
Let's see what McCoy does
He's
here.
kicking right over here.
Yeah, that one's not going 10 though.
Oh, and he touched it before it was 10 yards. Which is okay, Tom. So. They didn't kick it 10 yards, and
there goes the flag. There it goes.
Yeah,
okay, all right. Somebody caught on finally. That happened last year. I mean, not last year, but last week too with Camden, and they were just like, "All right, the ball's down here," as if it was a punt.
Yeah.
But that's not the case.
So the rule is, the ball has to go 10 yards before the kicking team can touch the ball, and that ball did not go 10 yards.
Hey, first touching.
It didn't go out of bounds.
The 41.
The kicking team players touched the ball.
Oh, never mind. It looks like that flag was actually against the Magi for another sideline warning. So, all right, ball's just down. Maybe the playbook has changed. I mean, the rule book has changed, but
yeah, maybe we don't have to worry about that anymore.
All right, let's see what the Magi can do. They want the Magi fans to be quiet, but they can't seem to understand what that sign means.
Hey, you get excited. You're going to come over here. You paid your money. You want to yell.
Quick snap, looking to throw the ball over the top to Montaigne, and it's just not there.
So just a quick drop back pass.
Simon had the time. I think it was just a misroute, yep.
So, well, I hate to say it, but normally that would have been Justin Wicke.
Yep, you're not wrong.
And he wouldn't have been in. He would have been in a different place.
Yep.
So now you're throwing to a different receiver. You just have to get used to it. Next guy has to step up. You just got to act like Justin Wicke.
Yep. So the run play was working well for the Magi towards the middle and end of the first half, but this is a fresh Hornet team in here.
We've spread them.
2 left, 2 right. Simon takes it himself to the left-hand side. Great block.
Great
block.
Oh,
no, they're going to call it a hold against Hetman. It doesn't matter. It's a hold against Hetman. And that's a that's a bad one for the Magi because it's coming back.
Well, let's watch the replay on this.
Interesting. It's interesting to see a hold.
So, well, we didn't see it on the replay.
So there's multiple flags out there, and it sounds from the consensus up here, it's all is going against the Magi.
That was a great run, great cutback.
So it's looking like that's going to be 2 against the Magi. Then they'll take the holding first because that's going to march it back farther.
Holding. Number 11, offense, 10-yard penalty, second down.
So there's just a holding penalty.
There was 2 penalties, but they got to pick which one they took.
There were okay.
Yeah, so they took the holding penalty because the personal foul was downfield. So that marches the Magi back a few, and now it's second and a long 14.
Boy, that was a wonderful play. A little bit of holding on the edge.
And it was interesting, too, because you don't usually see a holding call happen when I don't know. I don't know. I'll be quiet on that one. It was just interesting to see how the motion was going there for Hetman.
You know, one thing you just got to be careful with it.
Simon's got 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Quick snap up. He's got time over the top. Tip pass. They're calling it a catch.
Caught by Maverick Downs. Great catch, Maverick Downs.
That's a catch, but it's only a gain of 6.
Yep, we still have 3rd down.
Let's see here.
So here we go on the replay. Tip the ball.
That's not a catch. That's a bad call. That's not a catch. That ball was all over the ground. But the official who was supposed to make that call was already moving forward calling a tip play. He didn't stay in position.
So the other official had to make it.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Vincent alone in the backfield. Runs into big pressure from Haig. And a sack there by number 36, Gabe Haig, completely unblocked.
Well, we knew we were going to see Gabe Haig make some tackles because he's one of their leading tacklers on the team. And that was one for him. We were optioning him that time, and he didn't bite.
So 4th and long for the Magi now. What are they going to do?
I think they got to I think Wiki was our punter.
Wiki was the punter. Wiki was the punter for the Magi, so now they're down the punter as well, so it looks like they might just have to go for it.
Huh. It's funny how one player can throw you off like that.
Yeah. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, same formation where that Haig had his success in. Vincent goes to the left-hand side, goes to the middle, and instantly gets wrapped up. Gain of maybe 2. Mendon's going to take over in great field position.
Yeah.
With a lot of time left to play in this ball game, and the momentum has completely switched sides.
So that was a pretty gutsy call on the part of General Hatton, but he probably needed to run it to the other side.
1st and 10 for Mendon from the Colon 43.
And I think we're going to see a little bit more power I formation, Tom.
Yep, Schinker under center. He's got 2 behind him. McCall tackled Vinson and Bauer.
Good tackle.
Gain of about, let's call it 3. Second and 7 now. Magi's defense really got to be playing the best game of their life here.
Yeah. So now you've got this power I formation again. I think we're seeing what Mendon's going to do.
Schinker keeps this ball this time, goes to 1. He's got room to run, and a stumble from the Magi. Vincent rarely slicks him up, but not before a huge gain. Mendon down inside the 10, and it's 1st and goal for the Hornets.
Simon's fast.
Yeah, unfortunately Simon got a little bit stumbled, but he would have caught him a lot sooner.
He just stumbled.
But he still caught him. Impressive speed there from Simon.
Yeah. He could have had him for basically, I mean, still would have been a good gain, Tom, but it wouldn't have been a breaker.
1st and goal for Mendon from the 8-yard line. Gonna wide him out there with McCall.
Now they've spread us out.
In motion comes the man from the left. They're gonna get, no, it's McCall's keep up the center. He's gonna get tackled by Thaxton, and a flag comes. That's gonna be a personal foul against Tucker Lafler.
Well, I think we've got a personal foul on Tucker Lafler out there. So, but it's only half the distance to the goal, Tom, so it's a 1-yard penalty.
Yeah, that works better than the personal foul on the score. Second down and goal from the half-yard line, essentially now.
I think we're going to see the quarterback push up the middle.
Wouldn't surprise me. Schinker under center, takes it up the middle. Touchdown, Mendon. And
they can get those 2 yards every time, Tom.
28-28 now with the 2-point conversion looming.
.327 left in the 3rd quarter. It's been all Mendon in this 3rd quarter.
Sure has. would have been a little bit of both teams if Colon could keep from shooting themselves in the foot here with these fouls, but
there's been a lot of penalties thrown.
Yep. The holding ended up stopping a score, but there would have been a personal foul that would have stopped the score. Personal foul set us back a little bit farther. Quarterback keep to left-hand side. It worked the first time. Quick pass to a wide-open McCall. 2 points, and Mendon takes the lead.
Now they've put another little wrinkle in that quarterback keep where they actually throw the ball off of it. So now Colon finds themselves down for the first time.
16 unanswered points from Mendon.
So this is the kind, Tom, this is the time when you've got to, get together and buck up. These are, you're in the late in the third quarter now with a really tough team, bigger than you, stronger than you. We've got to get some plays.
Got to start using that speed, right?
And you've lost one of your best players.
Yep.
So he's not coming back. You got to get over it, and you got to play.
Trying to see the body language here of the Magi.
It's easy to get pushed back on your heels. You got to get back into the game.
See what McCall does here, if they do another onside kick or if they'll send this one deep. Back to receive for the Magi is Vander Stratton. McCall is going to boot this one on a line drive, and it gets past Vander Stratton, and it's not, okay, I don't think it's going to get to the end zone, so a touchback.
He booted that pretty hard.
A line drive kick there from McCall.
All right, so this is going to have to start with our line. So we've got Wyatt Downs, we've got Hunter Jones, and we've got Johnny Greenwald. They're going to have to try and hold out that larger, really strong Mendon defensive line.
Colon's offense has really got to keep their heads back up and get some momentum back in this crowd and into their own sails. Down by 2 now.
Ball on the 20-yard line after the touchback.
Long way to go. Wilson out to the left and to the right-hand side. They got Montaigne. In the backfield is Lafleur, and off to the right is Hetman. Back to pass this time is Vincent. Quick over to Lafleur. Lafleur catches the ball, and he's got room to run, but he tries to juke back inside. He does. Finally gets brought down by number 30.
Looks like he got a gain of about 5. Good. That's a good little pass. Let's get some momentum back. And with this wind, those short passes, Tom, are good passes to try here.
Yeah, let's see if that keeps working for the Magi instead of airing it out.
So now we've got trips right. Empty backfield.
That leaves Haig to come in Haig to try that blitz again, which got Simon the first time. Runs to the inside there. Vincent's on a rush, and he's got blockers. Runs out of blockers now before getting the first down. Tackled by number 13 for Mendon there. That's Nick Stiver. 24
really
also in there.
Really a good run. Following his blockers very well. Had a cut back open. Took it. Got us a first down.
That's a crucial block on the right-hand side there by, I believe maybe it's Greenwald.
Yeah.
54 Greenwald. To get a hand on Gabe is Haig, right?
Yeah. They're one of their best tacklers.
Yeah, and Haig is so strong and big as well. So 3 to the left, 1 to the right. They switch Haig to the right-hand side rather than the left.
This is same play to the other side.
Goes to Vincent, quick pass over the top, and it's blocked by Gabe Haig, 6'2" senior.
So that was a wide receiver screen, but this time not to Justin Wicke. That was going to go to Owen Wilson this time. So a good, really, Tom, a great play drawn up there. Going to the wide receiver screen against a really aggressive defense. That's a great play.
That senior, just intuition out there from Gabe, number 36, 6'2", 205 senior, just knowing what was coming and being able to get up and apply that block.
It's easier to block a screen because you're not throwing it as far. You're kind of throwing it low.
2 left, 1 right. Vincent in the backfield with Lafleur. Snap is there. He's got time to throw it. He's going to air this one out. Moving is Montaigne. Montaigne's got to make a play. Montaigne makes the play!
Montaigne makes the play! Way to go. Way to fill in for Justin Wicke, Kyle Montaigne.
Montaigne stepping up. Kyle Montaigne, a junior, 5'11", 175. Big passing play there for the Magi, and there's a little bit more life.
That brought some life back into the Magi sidelines.
Sure did. So down into the red zone now, 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line.
You know, you've got to admit, Simon's got a lot of time back there. He's got really good time. We'll go back to the scouting report.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. Snap's going to give this one to Wicke. No, he keeps it himself to the left-hand side. There's good blocking.
Nice play. Nice cut.
Vincent's got to keep going. Keep moving those strong legs, young man. Marches out of bounds and might have gotten another first down. If not, he's down at the 9, and it will be 2nd and 1.
That would be great if it was 2nd and 1.
Big pullback here.
Oh, no, he gave him the first down.
Vincent made a great play, got to the left-hand side. Good read there by Hetman to not continue his block and get a penalty. Good blocking by Wilson to move down there as well. All right.
And Owen, and he didn't keep on pushing. He didn't grab. So your first feeling is to grab when that guy starts to run away from you.
1st and goal for the Magi from the 9, so
he's got Tucker Lafleur in the backfield with him.
They got to figure it out now here. High snap, going to give this one to Lafleur. Lafleur's going to fight his way in for about 2 or 3. Johnny Greenwald. The picture of Johnny Greenwald helping up big number 70, Kavion Brown, is just comical. Because when Brown is sitting on the ground, he's the same height as Johnny Greenwald.
And Johnny's got to go against him the entire night.
Yeah, Johnny's been just an absolute animal out there.
You got to play hard. So we've got 107, 106 left in the 3rd quarter here.
2nd and goal from about the 6.
Montaigne, he's out there all alone. Oh, he's changing the play. Changing the play at the line.
They need the crowd to stay quiet so they can get the play. Quick snap, rush coming, snap out, a quick pass out to Lafleur, dives to the end zone line. They're going to say he's down at the 1.
Wow, he gave it his all on that. Getting to that goal line.
They want to get this one in before the end of the 3rd because they don't want to slow it down and change to the other side of the
Here we
field.
go. They're quick snapping.
Vincent himself.
He faked him.
Right-hand side, he's in for the touchdown.
Nice block, Wyatt Downs. Woo. Wyatt Downs pulled and hit Gabe Haig. Sprung him.
Let's see if we can see the replay here. They brought the blitz hard.
Way to go, Colin Magi. We had to step up. We had to play hard.
Montaigne making a huge grab in coverage there.
It's got to be the next guy up.
34-30, 23 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
So in this situation, you kind of have to go for 2. That way, if they score a touchdown but not the 2-point conversion, it's tied. You're kind of forced into this.
Quick pass, going to the back of the end zone. He's got to go up and get it. Montaigne, he does!
He's got
in the corner!
He's got it! Kyle Montaigne comes through twice.
General Hatton sat down and said, son, you got to step up for Wicke. And he says, I can, coach, I can. Huge play there for the Magi in the back of the end zone. Montaigne putting on.
That's an important play, Tom, as we get later further into this game, because now if Mendon scores, it's only tied.
Right. So they have the chance to, but they got to figure out how to stop that 2-point conversion still, because they haven't seemed to figure out how to do that yet. That they've run the quarterback fake on both of them, and it's worked out both times. So Magi step back up on top, 36-30, finally get an answer for the 16 points that Mendon has put up. And Montaigne doing a great job out there on pulling down that wide receiver. Good work, young man, the junior, who already was looking forward to the year he was going to have to fill after while Wicke was gone. And
he's getting a little
came a couple games too soon.
Yeah, a couple games too soon. Colin, that's a good counter punch. We got punched here in the 3rd quarter. We came back with a good counter punch.
Why not? I don't know why I haven't thought about this yet. Why not, as Alessandro booted out of the back of the end zone?
Yeah. Hey.
Why kick it out of bounds?
Yeah.
You know he can make it to the back of the end zone. Why not kick it to the end zone for the touchback and put him on the 20 rather than kick it out of bounds?
Yeah. I didn't know that we were that worried about it.
Yeah. Or
with the wind blowing crossways, it's really hard to kick the ball unless you're going to line drive it out of bounds. Into the end zone.
They might be worried about
Jack
McCall actually going back and getting it out of the end zone still, too, though. I mean, there's a chance. And it's just a high bloop. Fair catch called by Haig. Haig's going to take it at the 41-yard line. So still,
Haig's a good player. He's a smart player.
Yeah.
He's a senior.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on.
The young man's football IQ is through the roof.
Yeah, he's not rattled ever.
All right, so now
So here we are. We've got Wilson and Lafleur. They've switched sides again. Wilson and Lafleur have switched sides.
Lafleur's got to play with his head a little bit tighter on the shoulders there.
Yeah, we got to keep playing hard.
A run to Lukeman. Lukeman gets around to the outside. Good blocking.
Okay.
And he finally gets knocked out of bounds. Mendon has found out how to make that work.
Yeah, they found a little play that works there where he comes around the end. They're pulling, and they're catching our linebackers.
The blocking is just so precise for Mendon. It's so well formulated.
So the general just went out and he talked to both linebackers. He just, this is going to be a little change of a play. Let's see what happens here. Because this looks like the same play to the other side.
Same formation. They're going to give it to the first man through this time, though. Good tackle there by Maverick Downs. Maverick Downs keeps him from only allows him to get 2. It would have been a lot more if Maverick got in there.
Blake Vanderstraten was in on that one, too. So now we're 2nd and 7, 8, fourth quarter.
All right, so that's going to end out on the fourth quarter, and it's 36-30. We got one heck of a ball game here, and it's been stressful.
It is. I got to tell you, there's a lot of work going on up here in the booth. It's almost as like the work going on down on the field.
Yeah, it's intense. Mendon really coming out with that intensity that we knew that they were going to have here going into the second half. They played that third quarter extremely well with 16 unanswered points, and then the Magi finally had to tack on another 8 there towards the end.
We have to admit that Colin was a little bit tentative coming out in the third. You lost Justin Wick, you lost your #1 player.
True, but now you got to take that as somebody to play for, and use that momentum going forward, which I think the Magi can do. But now it's just going to come down to the defense trying to figure out how to stop this Mendon ground and pound offense.
Yeah, and we're going to have to, change our defensive scheme because they've obviously found on that, isolation run play with the power I formation, they found a way to get through the Colin Magi defense.
Yep. So
they're running away from Tucker Lafleur is what they're doing.
That's the right play to do. All right, back to the field we go now. 2nd and 8. Start of the fourth quarter here. Magi holding on to a tentative 6-point lead and holding on with everything they can.
This is the point in the game where everybody's played a lot. You start to get tired. This is where your conditioning shows, Tom.
I formation again for Schinker. Fades back, gives this one to Lukeman. Lukeman's got great blocking, unbelievable blocking even. And he ends to pick up about 3 after just falling off the heels of his blockers. Now it's going to be 3rd and let's call it 5. Maybe 6. 3rd and 4, excuse me.
Lukeman's another senior. So Mendon is now relying almost all, not all, but they're relying heavily on those senior class.
And that senior class is stepping up. You know what I mean? Like, it's the football IQ that Mendon always has, just in regular, but their captains out there are playing lights out. 3rd and 4.
These guys have been playing for years and years together.
Lukeman in motion. Lukeman's it's gonna be Jack on the keep. And he gets through the first tackle and gets the first down for Mendon. That's good running by that young man right there.
That's Tucker Lafleur down. Tucker was the first one who tried to tackle him. He's definitely slow to get up.
I tell you, as the game goes on, you'd expect that fatigue to hit those big guys on that front line a little bit more, and they're fighting through it. This is a very well-conditioned offense that Mendon's running here.
Yeah, and it's like a machine.
It is, the green machine. 1st and 10 now for Mendon from the 34-yard line. They're going to give it to Jack right up the front there, and he just fights through the holes in the defensive line, and he gets another 5 at least, maybe even more. Yeah, let's call it 6.
Tackle by Maverick Downs. We've got some Magi players that are looking a little bit gimpy out there.
They are looking a little dinged up, yeah, after taking
Getting
a
into the
few
fourth
hits.
quarter, 10:41 left in the fourth quarter. This is where you got to dig down deep. You're playing bigger guys.
Second and 4 now for the for the Hornets, excuse me. I formation still. Mendon doesn't
We're seeing
change
a
it up.
lot of this I formation.
Doesn't change it up too much. Shinker's going to fade back. He gives this one to Lukeman. Lukeman's got a great hole on the right-hand side, and he looks like he might be off to the races, but is caught by Hetman, but it's down to the 10-yard line. That play right off that tackle works so well.
And they're pulling that guard and kicking out, and there's just a hole there. There's a good opening there. They found a hole in the Magi defense. And they keep going to it.
I was going to say, and they're exploiting it now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 1st and goal from the 10.
So you've got Owen Wilson on that side as the end. So
Shinker under center. This time he's going to pass the ball, fades back to pass. He's in trouble. Quick pass over the top.
Oh!
Touchdown in the end zone. Gabe Haig yet again open back there. The Magi DBs have just fallen short of being able to cover.
Blake Vanderstraten was within inches of getting him.
Can't see
And that looked like Connor Hetman's guy.
Yeah, Colin doesn't have kind of a response for the tight end when he comes off.
No. I don't think we've seen that play on film. This has got to be something new that they put in. We're not quite ready for it.
2 touchdowns scored off of that by the same young man. For the lead, Mendon's going for 2. Gonna run this one to Lukeman, and he's in for the 2, and Mendon's back on top.
Play.
38-36, they have the lead. 9:49 left to play in the ball game, and this is a slugfest, ladies and gentlemen.
This is back and forth. Here we are in the fourth quarter.
Doing everything we can. We're in a dogfight right now. 36.
What a game. This is everything you wanted it to be. This is good playoff SJV football.
If we could be fully
with all of our guys, they would be even better.
Yeah, the loss of Wiki is definitely being felt by the Magi here, but this is where, this is where the grit comes in, where you got to buckle down and you got to find the will to keep fighting and find the will to play football here and find that win.
And we're going to have to find, a way to, because Wiki's usually the guy that's receiving back here. So if we're going to need to be careful with them kicking an onside kick.
Yep, that is true. Yeah, this is. I think this game is probably one turnover away. Honestly, from really.
We could use a turnover on Mendon, is what we could use.
Yeah. If it's a turnover on Mendon, the momentum could be the seal of the deal. But if it's a turnover on Colin, it could also do the same thing because both defenses can't seem to figure out how to stop the other's power.
I agree. I agree, Tom.
Let's see what the Hornets decide to do here on this kick.
The big green machine is kicking off. Drove it deep.
And that one is going to stay in.
Oh, let it go out. Oh, thank goodness.
Everybody gets one.
There is nothing worse than that feeling right there where it may not go out of bounds.
Now, what he could have done if it wouldn't have gone out of bounds is he could have got out of bounds and then fell in on the ball, and that technically would have counted the ball as out of bounds. So you could have done that, but I don't know if if the brain capacity is all there at that time.
That is a terrible feeling when that ball is sitting down there, and they are coming down fast.
Yeah. So that helped out the Magi a little bit, getting them out to the 35-yard line, just barely.
Well, let's see what Simon can dial up for us now.
Need some big plays here from the Magi.
We didn't make him kick that again. We decided to take the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Trips towards us. Empty backfield again. We've seen something with this empty backfield.
One to the left for the Magi. High snap. Vincent's going to take himself to the right-hand side, but Gabe Haig was on the hunt, but Vincent managed to find about 5 yards.
Yeah, pretty good play.
Let's call it 6, actually.
He was pushed out by Jack McCaw. Simon's coming back in with another play.
Simon Vincent hoping to take his career collegiately at the football level, so he's got to get used to these high-stake, high-pressure game situations. This is good practice for the young man.
Yeah, he's got the body for it, and he's got a great arm.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Nobody in the backfield again. It's 3 to the right. Up the center, he tried to go and ran into a big defensive lineman. Hopefully Vincent gets up pretty quick from this one. He seems to be all right.
I thought that was going to be an audible over to Owen Wilson there. He was all alone on the left-hand side. Simon took a look at him. I don't think Owen looked.
Gain of none. They seem to get him right at the line, so this brings up a crucial 3rd down for the Magi.
So here we have, this is a big play, Tom. Big play, key play right here. 9-11, left in the 4th.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. They're sending Tucker Lafleur as a tight end. He's on the line. Quick pass over to the, Wilson can't pull it in. And that's going to bring up 4th down for the Magi. This could be that crucial turnover we're talking about.
That would have been a first.
That would have been.
You start to hear footsteps. And,
yeah.
You know, you get a little pitter-patter of feet there.
Yeah. Big pressure here for the Magi. They got to figure something out.
Yeah, it's easy to sit up here and say you should have that.
Oh,
but
yes.
He didn't have,
of
he
course.
didn't have number 13. He didn't have Nick Stiver bearing down on us up here.
Yeah, so much easier said than done. And, you know, you got to think about it, too. Wilson's a sophomore.
Yeah, oh, yeah. He's got a lot more football to play.
He's got a lot more football to play.
But you got to play. You got to play for your seniors now. Yep, Robbie had to get a timeout.
General Hatton not happy about that.
So one of the things that happens when Wiki's out of the game is you've got somebody playing in that may be playing in a position he's not normally
used to.
playing in.
Yeah,
so,
not used to that position.
You know, you've got to, you know, you'll have a young man out of position, and that costs you a timeout.
Robbie usually doesn't end up using all his timeouts either.
No.
But, I mean, obviously this is a little bit more of a high-stakes game, and it's closer than any game we've ever seen so far this season.
And we're playing against a team that is very, very well disciplined.
Yes. So they're probably going to be ready for this jump this time. They're probably not going to jump off sides because they've already got them twice.
Yeah.
So the Magi are going to make sure that – now the thing is to make sure that they don't jump off sides.
Yeah. And that might have been the play. So –
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Lafleur is still on the line.
It's a good time to get him right now. They were busy cheering.
Snap, he's fade back to pass over the top to Wilson. Gets it, and Wilson's still on his feet. First down for Wilson. Wilson said, "Put your faith in me, coach. Don't worry.
I can catch it."
Yep. Good job there by Wilson. Good hands from the young man. Brought it in and then got a few.
Yeah, we used to always say, you have a problem, go right back to him.
Yep. 1st and 10 now for the Magi from the 50-yard line.
New set of downs. New life, Tom.
Yeah. Big sigh of relief from the Magi sidelines over here.
Again, we're going empty backfield. We have done this empty backfield now a lot in the 4th quarter.
Gabe Haig's going to be pressured. Goes to the left. Vincent gets out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock, and Vincent managed to pick up probably about 8 or 9.
We're running away from Gabe Haig.
Yeah, why not, too? That young man is a powerhouse.
Look at that. We're just running right away from him. Oh, boy. Almost had that ball go out.
Gain of about 9 there for Vincent.
He's getting a good play from the general right now. 2nd and very short, one of my favorite downs, Tom, because everything's open.
It's like being up in the count in baseball, right? You know?
It sure is.
It's like
that's like a 3-0 count.
3-0 count or a 3-1 count. Yeah,
even 3-1 would be
better.
better.
You get a free pitch, essentially. I love that.
Yeah, we got a couple guys. They got to figure out where they are.
3 to the right, 1 to the left.
Oh, he switched it up. Robbie Hatton switched it up.
Quick pass over the top. Wilson hits him in the hands and unable to pull it down.
That was changed at the line of scrimmage right there. And again, now it's 3rd and very short.
Yeah, unfortunate on that one. I think Vincent might have had just a little bit too much zip on that ball.
He had some mustard on that
for the young man to be able to pull it in. But 3rd and 1, so Magi still have a chance.
That's one of those plays, Tom, where you turn around and the ball's right in your face.
Oh,
mask.
yeah.
Okay, we got Montaigne all alone down here. We got Montaigne alone.
Lafleur's with Vincent in the backfield. He's going to hand this one. No, he keeps it himself to the left-hand side.
There he goes. He's
Oh, the flag comes. The flag comes for holding against. Flag comes again for holding against Hetman. Flag against Connor Hetman for holding. Hetman tried to release, didn't release in time, and you're going to see the flag come from the left-hand side. That's marching back against the Magi. So another penalty against the Magi.
Boy, that's a lot of penalties.
Holding, Magi. So that is a colossal setback for the Magi.
Yeah. And just a holding downfield.
Third and long now for the Magi.
So now we got to dial up a really good play.
Yep. So that was, I think that was well done by Mendon, selling the Mendon defensive player, selling that he was still being held on to. Got a good little bit of acting into that one. So
yeah, as an official, you're supposed to be able to see through that.
Yeah. Third and long now for the Magi.
Down to 8:15.
Lafler's in the backfield with him. Vincent rolls out the pass. Pass goes over. No way. Hetman's getting to that one. Overthrown. Fourth and long for the Magi now. And now the Magi are in a real tight spot.
Fourth and long.
You can hear the Mendon crowd hoping up, trying to get this stop here. This would be crucial for them.
The Mendon crowd is big, Tom. There's a lot of people over there yelling.
Sure is.
It seems like both towns are all here.
Lafler comes off.
Gets a little blow. So now we've got Kyle Montaigne. He's down here.
Gonna try to air it out to Vander Stratton. Vander Stratton's got it!
He's got it!
And he's off the races for a touchdown!
Blake Vander Stratton! Fourth and long, Tom, touchdown!
Magi needed that so bad.
What a nice catch. He hit him in stride.
I got to tell you, though, Hetman again came real close to getting another flag thrown against him. He's just got to, that young man's got to be careful.
Yeah. And plus, the other thing is, once you have that target on your back, Tom.
Yeah. Yeah, once they've seen you do the hold once before. So another crucial two-point conversion is needed here by the Magi.
Oh, this is punch, counter punch, punch, counter punch.
This is crazy stuff.
So now we've got to go for two. Again, to try and keep 6 points.
Then you just need them. You need the defense to show up. The defense needs to kind of figure out what Mendon's doing to them.
We need a really good two-point conversion here.
Vincent takes this one. He's going to go up the middle. He's got a blocker for it. In he goes. Two-point conversion is good. 6-point ball game.
Boy, they're pulling up a lot of guys and some heavy blocking down there.
Ali Frazier right now at the Garden, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the Thrilla in Manila.
Yeah, that's what it's feeling right now. My goodness.
Oh, gosh.
44-38, 8:02 left to go. A lot of ball game.
Blake Vander Stratton, what a catch.
What
Caught
a
it in
catch.
stride.
What a catch.
You know, somebody has to step up. That's all there is to it. You don't have Justin Wicke. Somebody's got to step up.
Yeah, we'll see what we got now. 44-38, 8:02 left to go in the ball game.
The interesting thing is going to be, what do we do on this kickoff?
Yep.
Every kickoff seems to be, you know, I hate to say it, Tom, but a little bit of a work in progress.
Yeah. So, and the thing is too is that Colin scores off of working from the 20-yard line, from the 30-yard line, from the 5-yard line. Mendon, they get the ball at the 40, the 45, sometimes even farther down depending on where it goes.
Yeah.
Colin's allowing Mendon to not have to work as hard as they need to in order to, give them more struggle on the defensive end. And
I have to admit to you, Tom, I'm really happy that we scored that touchdown because the last thing you want is for the officials to decide who wins.
To decide who wins, exactly. Yeah, that's a big deal too.
I know a lot of officials, and they've all said the best game they ever officiated is the one that you didn't know they were there.
Yep. Deep kick, but it's going right out of bounds again. So Mendon's just going to make them kick the ball again from deeper.
So is Mendon taking the ball, or are they making us kick it again? They're making us kick it again.
And why wouldn't you? It's worked out for them.
So then when we kick it again, now we've got to decide what we're going to do.
See what the Magi do now.
Yeah, this kickoff has been a little bit of a struggle for us today.
It has. Special teams have been an issue. Not with performing out there, just kind of with I feel like the right decision. And it's easy to make the play calls from the booth.
Yeah, it sure is. Look at Mendon though; they are ready. They've got their hands team ready. Okay.
All right, here we go. And it's going to be a squib. It's burning down. Get a good hop.
Oh,
it's a great hop. But they got to get there. McCall's still an issue if he's loose in the backfield. McCall's got speed.
Oh, he got
tackled. That was huge for the Magi. That bounce worked out perfect. Alessandro Vanelli might be the VIP of this ball game.
That's a terrible feeling when the ball squibs by you. So, and they're coming down. He got buried by the entire Colon kickoff return coverage team.
He's still such a threat. Dane Bogert, the freshman out there, just a head hunter.
Great job, Dane Bogert.
Great job, Dane. 1st and 10 for Mendon. This time, farthest back they've been in a while from the 21-yard line.
So we got Blake Vanderstraten out there on defense. We've got Simon back. We got Hetman back.
McCall up to center.
Oh, good play.
Gain of about 4, probably.
Tucker Lafler was on him, and our backers were on him, too.
Gain of 5, actually, is what it looks like. That blocking scheme is just so impressive from Mendon.
Well, it's hard to get around them. They're so big.
They're so big.
You know, you keep expecting them to get tired, Tom, and they don't get tired.
No, they really don't. They're super impressive.
So let's hope this is the area where Caleb Thaxton really shines. Maybe we can get a Caleb Thaxton stop here.
That's true. They are in the Thaxton strip for the first time tonight. They're going to go to Lukeman. Lukeman's had success over there. Tripped up by Downs, and then Thaxton was in on that as well. Let's see where they spot him. Oh, pretty favorable spot. Good dive by Lukeman there at the end. Oh, very favorable spot.
Yeah, pretty favorable.
Yeah, great. Lukeman did a good job. If you see it right here, he makes a good little. I don't know, man. That's a favorable spot, man.
He sure looked down to me.
I don't know. Okay, whatever. Back at it now. 3rd and 1.
I'll have to get these glasses checked.
Yeah, I don't know, man. 3rd and 1 now. Probably going to do the right up the center as they do for those couple yards.
That's what they do.
Sure do. And he's still on his feet. Vanderstraten climbing on top of the pile, just hoping to add some weight. 1st down for Mendon.
You know, Case Gonzer, number 77 for them, he's hard to get around.
He parts the Red Sea when he comes out of there, too. It's that young man is powerful.
Yeah.
36-yard line, 1st and 10, 6:20 left to go here in the ball game.
The Mendon guys have hands on hips, too.
Mendon likes that clock control. Let's see what they can do.
You're getting down to 6 minutes in the 4th quarter. Everybody's tired now.
Everybody's
you got to dig deep. This is what you did all the running for. This is what you did all the conditioning for now.
I formation again. Gives it to Lukeman. Lukeman's got a hole.
That's that
Great
same
blocking. Lukeman gets across the 50, gets down to about the 46-yard line. That blocking scheme is just so impressive by Mendon.
Okay, so they roll up the line. Yeah, number 13, look at that block.
Great blocking by Gabe as well, getting out there.
So Nick Stiver basically goes after the defensive end, which in that case was Tucker Lafler, and just starts pushing him out of the way.
1st and 10 now across the 50 for Mendon. The 46-yard line, they're blowing, something's going on here. Lafler's got to come off for an equipment issue, I think, which is going to be big. I don't understand why they brought Lafler off.
Maybe his helmet came off partially. Oh, he's bleeding.
Oh, he's bleeding. All right, blood. Oh, and so then big number 77 got blood on his jersey too, so he's going to have to come off for a blood issue.
Yep. That's their center. So is this a timeout now?
I didn't think you were allowed to.
This has got to be a timeout.
I didn't think you were allowed to bring them back in.
They don't have another center? So who called timeout?
No timeout has been called. I think they might just be giving them a blood jersey timeout.
So Lafleur's back in.
Tucker can't be back in. I was going to say, Tucker can't be back in. You have to sit out one play.
But nice try.
Yeah.
All right. Mendon needs to call timeout.
Mendon calls timeout.
Yeah. I mean, that was just too convoluted.
That was way too convoluted.
I think everybody in the stadium was confused at that play.
Yeah. Well, so it was interesting. It looked like they were just going to wash down their center and send him back in, which you can't do. But then Tucker Lafleur came in on the field, back on the field from a blood exit, which you also can't do.
Maybe he thought there was a timeout called, because now he can come back.
Yes, now everybody can come back.
Well, 5:58 left to go in the fourth quarter.
So both teams have burned a timeout then in this game. I know that the screen is showing it. Both teams have full timeouts, but that's not true. It should be 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Colin had to burn one early. Then Mendon had to use this one right here because of the blood incident.
Yeah. It's nice that we have the timeouts up there. Maybe it's a little bit tougher to use them. So this is a really good talk. This is, this is good for Colin because the defense gets to rest for a second.
Slows that momentum down.
Yeah. And there was a lot of not knowing what to do there for a second for Mendon.
They didn't bring 77 back in after the timeout.
They may be having trouble getting his blood off of his uniform.
In comes 65, Matt Beckman, a junior. Run play, it seems to be working just fine. Lukeman gets it out of bounds. The Mendon offense have found the answer, and they're working
just
off
running
of
that play to either side.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it's basically a tackle. They pull a guard, kick out, and they, everybody else blocks down. So it makes a nice big hole, but it takes a second for it to happen. So pretty soon, the general's going to have to do something on a blitz.
And here they seem to be coming. But up the center, it's just, there's a hold right there. There's the flag. Yep, there's the flag. Okay, I was going to say, that was a bad hold, and if that one goes unnoticed, I don't know what's happening. Just pulling on Tucker Lafleur's inside shoulder pads.
Yeah, I mean, Tucker Lafleur's dance card was full on that one.
Yeah.
You get a little Bronx cheer from the Colin fans saying, hey, it's about time you call the holding on them.
It's only going to go to the 40, though, because the hold came at the 30. So it's a 5-yard penalty. It was a 10-yard penalty, but from the line of scrimmage, it's only going to be 5.
Tucker Lafleur's bleeding.
Tucker Lafleur will play until it's...
Okay, Rocky. Get the fight doctor over there.
Patch him up.
Ferdy Pacheco.
Yeah. Cut me, Mick. Lukeman on the carry this time, too.
Same.
And there's no Lafleur to get to him. And that's going to be a gain of, let's see here.
And he got out of bounds.
Yeah, a gain of about 8. Lukeman's having himself one heck of a night tonight.
He's got a lot of yards. He's racked up some really good stats.
He sure has. Jack McCaw is usually the guy who's carrying the ball a little bit more.
And you look on film, and Jack McCaw is always getting the ball. Now you give it to Lukeman, and we haven't seen this before.
And they got a blocking scheme that works for Lukeman well. They found it towards the end of the second quarter. Up the middle to McCall this time, and he's going to get enough for a first down and a little bit more.
Yeah.
5:35 left to go in the game.
They're driving the ball again.
Yeah, Mendon hasn't had a play that's resulted in no gain or negative yardage, I think, the entire second half.
Yeah.
So
they really figured it out. That was a really good adjustment that Mendon made at the halftime. You got to give credit to their coaching staff for that.
Sure thing. Strong deep offensive line up there.
Yep, they're running it to that side again.
Lukeman again on the carry.
Nice
play by Maverick Downs. Tucker Lafleur needs to be careful about when getting. Oh, never mind. That was Vanderstraten on that tackle.
Yep.
Vanderstraten and right, hey, curse of the commentator. Just said that they didn't have any players for a loss, and there it goes right there. You'll have that.
Well, that wasn't the curse of the commentator. That was a change by the general.
Yeah, there you go.
The general, he blitzed his outside linebacker.
Vanderstraten getting in there, going to go tackle, doing it on both ends of the ball tonight. Vanderstraten has got that big touchdown
You got to
pass.
be careful because they'll run that play and they'll fake it and then they'll throw it over your head.
Yep, you definitely have to be careful on that because that will work. He's
There it is.
back to pass
There
again.
it is.
There's coverage, but he's going to run it because he's just open. Lafler's going to get to him. Good tackle.
Lafler tracked him down.
Good coverage there from the Magi. That one's sketchy. Vincent picked up on it early. Tucker Lafler was just like on a madman hunt out there to get him. Big third down here for Mendon.
Good job, Tucker Lafler. He saved us there. This is another key play with 4:30 left in the fourth quarter. We're bringing in Hunter Jones to bring in some beef.
In comes Hunter Jones. Out comes Vanderstraten. Ball right up the center, and he's tackled for a gain of maybe 2, but it's not going to be enough. Fourth down. This is a huge fourth down for Mendon.
This is the play of the game right here,
This
Tom.
could be the play of the game right here. Colin's crowd's got to get hype.
This is it. Oh, that's almost like they heard you.
Yeah.
Here they go. I'd like to be out there cheering.
Yeah. The adrenaline is pumping for everybody here tonight. I have to go to work after this game. I work from midnight to 8 a.m. today.
It'll be perfect for you. Oh, yeah. Mendon's going to.
Colin
took
calls
the timeout.
General Hatton must have.
Oh, he didn't like what he saw.
Oh, I think he's going to say don't jump is the big thing.
Yeah.
So interesting timeout there. That brings Robbie down to just one.
One timeout left.
3:50 left to go in the ball game. This is just the most crucial stop of the Magi defense.
Such a key play, Tom. Everybody's got to know what they're doing. Again, one of the problems that you have is that, you know, Wiki's one of your best defensive players, too.
Yeah. So it's a good point, Dan, and I was thinking about this earlier. By not having Wiki on the out, you got to put a better player on the out. You know what I mean? As playing on the DB, that's what allowed them to now abuse our ends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're missing, you know, you're missing one player, but he's a key player because he's out there all the time.
Yeah. Very much so.
And he's always a threat.
Always a threat, no matter where he is.
Well, this is going to be a chess match right now. Who's
Magi?
Well, he's giving Tucker Lafler one last little bit of instruction.
Saying you got to go get him, dog.
This is the play we need you.
Even Earl the Squirrel, 80-year-old Earl, is out of his wheelchair. Fades back, they're going to give it. It's a quarterback keep to the side. He's got the distance for the first down and gets out of bounds. That play is what they've been using for the two-point conversion, and Colin has not come up with an answer to it.
Well, you've got to cover that dive. Then you've got to cover Lukeman, who has been tearing us up. And before you know it, then you got a quarterback keep.
Yep. That's been their two-point conversion play for the last 3 scores.
And if you don't come up and take it, that was the key play of the game.
Yep.
You got to hand it to Mendon. They dialed up a great play.
They sure did. Great play calling. First and goal now. Magi got to put something together on defense. It's McCall up the center with great blocking, and he's in for the touchdown, Mendon.
He had a nice little seam there to run through. Good block by Kavion Brown. He blocked down. Good seam.
44-44. And now it's a crucial two-point conversion.
How come I have a feeling we might see that quarterback keeper again?
Two-point conversion, a stop here on this two-point conversion would be crucial.
Oh, crucial. Then it becomes crucial on the kickoff. But let's do the stop right here.
Yep.
You're going to see, I mean, it's the same formation. You could see that quarterback keep.
They give it to Lukeman. Lukeman seems he's into the end zone. Untouched. Magi can't seem to figure out that play call right there.
Well, we were trying to cover the quarterback that time. We thought for sure that was going to be the quarterback keep.
Mendon back on top, 46-44. 100-point game if you had the under.
Tom, it's been back and forth. It's everything you want in a, Mendon game.
Yeah.
Comes down to this with 3:39 left in the fourth quarter. What have you got in the tank?
Who's going to have the ball last? Can Colon keep it together, not shoot themselves in the foot with holding penalties or personal fouls, and can they get in the end zone again? This is just a dog-determined team that the Mendon Hornets are facing out here, both on offense and on defense. Both teams are facing dog-determined teams.
We used to say when we got to this point in the season, as if the underclassmen, you got to play hard for the seniors.
Yep.
Because they're looking at their last game.
Especially now that you got a senior that can't play for himself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to play for him.
See what McCall does here. He's going to boot it out of the tee, and a fair catch by Hetman at the 41.
Boy, he kicked the tee further than he kicked the ball.
Yeah, I wonder if that was I wonder if it was kind of a missed kick there. So Magi got good field position now.
That was a good fair catch. Good thinking.
Yep. 41-yard line. 3:38 left to play. Magi have one timeout. Mendon has two.
He sends Simon in with a good call. So the same line. Hunter Downs, Johnny Greenwald. Hunter Jones, Wyatt Downs, Johnny Greenwald. Okay, we've got Tucker Lafler playing tight end. Okay, what's going on now?
Now the officials seem to be looking for something else. They want 3:39 on the clock. They want one more second on the clock. 3:38 did not look to be.
Okay. Well, we'll take it. We'll take the extra second.
Yeah. See what the Magi do now. They got two to the left, one to the right. Vincent alone in the backfield. Gets a snap. Big rush coming. Vincent's got to get away from this man. Now he's got to throw on the run. Airs it out to Hetman. Hetman's got to get the wheels on. Oh! Almost had it. What a toss by Vincent. What a route there by Hetman. Hetman got a hand on it, but it wasn't enough. Vincent to get away from pressure, avoid pressure, and throw on the run was something beautiful.
It was wonderful. He threw off his back foot. He threw that far. He threw 40 yards off his back foot. Oh, my goodness.
I know that. I'm pretty sure he's already going to I'm pretty sure he's already committed to the college that he's going to. But if I was a college recruiter right now, I'd be
ecstatic.
That was a heck of a play there. Second and long now for the Magi. Let's see what they can come up with.
He's played an entire game. It's the end of the fourth quarter, and he's throwing a 40-yard pass off his back foot. After scrambling 20.
Hetman almost got it, too.
Oh, he's changing the play.
General's
changing
the play.
Changing the play. Oh, wait. Mendon's seen this before.
Quick pass over the center to Montaigne. Montaigne not able to bring it down. Pass incomplete. No pass interference. The Magi want pass interference, and that was just good DB coverage there.
You know what? They've seen that. Did you see Mendon? Mendon knew the play was coming. They've seen that on film.
3rd and 10 now for the Magi. Have not been able to move the ball at all. They got 2 plays left. People were upset for a pass interference call, but I just thought that was good DB coverage.
Yeah. When they changed up the play at the line of scrimmage, you could see the Mendon Hornets players changing their play.
Simon takes it himself, but tack it down by Jack.
Jack McCaw.
Jack McCaw.
He was on a fire.
That
was a blitz. He was blitzing on that play. 4th and 11.
That's about what happened. That's what would have happened the first play if Vincent didn't get away. See, having Tucker Lafler down on the, I think, so they moved Tucker Lafler to be down on the line to deal with Gabe.
Yes.
And then by doing that, you've left Vincent alone in the backfield without a defender.
Yes. And you had a linebacker on a fire, which is a blitz. So we brought back in Blake Vanderstraten. Mendon
called
they haven't seen this. They took time out. I'll tell you what, Mendon is a well-coached team.
Oh, yes, very well so.
They have seen some things on film. They were able to adjust to what they've seen on film. And when they didn't like that formation and knew they were going to get beat, he called timeout.
There's just nothing but maturity and veteran level of leadership from that Mendon team.
Yeah, they're really playing a very good game.
4th and long, but Magi have faced 4 4th and longs tonight so far, 3, excuse me, and they've completed on on 3 of them.
So this is our 4th.
This is the 4th, yep, I believe.
This is the play of the game right here, Tom.
Yep, this is most likely the make or break.
I know I said that about the Mendon drive in the last Mendon drive, and that was too. Now this is the play of the game.
So now it's the Mendon crowd trying to make a ruckus. They're going to bring the pressure in on Simon. Let's see what he can do. Snap goes to Simon. Simon's in trouble early, dancing away. A lot of pressure in the backfield now. He's got to throw. Oh! Drill. Oh, and the problem was that the Magi broke it up amongst themselves because I think Owen Wilson had it.
Simon was scrambling for his life. He's got everybody after him.
Ball airs out here. Owen Wilson had that ball but ran into too many Colon players went for it. So turnover on downs. The Colon Magi defense is going to have one more shot to maybe stop and turn it around, but they're going to have to play the best defensive set of downs of their lives in order to get this back going the other way.
4th quarter, 2:29 left. This is where using your timeouts hurts you, Tom.
Yep. Mendon still has 1.
And Colon,
Robbie's got 1.
So there's 1 each.
Yep. So again, the officials are stopping before the play gets going for another powwow.
This is good for us. This is good for Colon. We could use a little rest. Reset the defense.
I'm so confused. Like, what was that about, though? I'm just like, what was the point of that?
So they stopped it, and then, hey, we'll take the rest.
Yeah. Lukeman, nothing but blockers. Same play, and he'll slide down inbounds to try and get the clock running. That's a good play by the young man.
2:16, he stayed in bounds.
Yep, well played. Genius play there by Lukeman.
Yep.
That'll be a timeout for the Magi. Last timeout for Robbie.
2:13 left to go.
And it looks like the walls are closing in on the Magi season, unfortunately.
Tom, this is where you want to play for your seniors.
Yeah, you got to put everything you got out there.
So the problem with football is that it ends. The wonderful thing about high school sports is that, you know, we all played, and you have a whole town full of people that, you know, can relate to what you've done. I'll bet you half the guys standing down there on the fence have all played on this field. But when it comes to an end, it's done.
Yeah. Yeah, Friday Night Lights is something special. Boys Will Fall by Kenny Chesney seems to hit hard in a lot of people, so you're going to kind of hearts at this time of the year. So
the other thing about high school football is, you know, you never get to play in front of the people of your town again.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Special time out here. But this is everything that everybody wanted and more. It's been a heck of a football game. Quarterback keep up the center for the first down.
That first down, that's going to really hurt us.
I think they're probably going to go into victory formation here. Clock will keep running.
They can take their time. They'll wait until the back judge starts to count it off. We can't stop the clock anymore. We've used all of our timeouts.
Yep. And just a well-fought football game by both teams here. And I think really what it came down to is like what we were talking about. It just came down to who was more disciplined.
Yeah.
And the penalties kind of stacked up a little bit more against the Magi, unfortunately. Yep, victory formation.
Yeah.
Schinker's going to take the knee there, and I think that's going to do it.
Pretty good sportsmanship on the side of the Colon guys. Not firing out and drilling anybody.
The loss of Justin Wicke at the half really kind of was the
it hurt us.
Was the painful loss there.
You know, a lot of guys stepped up, though.
Yeah,
we
for
came
sure.
back, they'd go ahead, we'd come back, they'd go ahead.
It was a great game of football.
Hard-fought game. I'm looking at Johnny Greenwald, number 54 over here. He played his heart out.
Going up against guys double his size the entire night.
Down to 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. You know, this is where it kind of hits you if you're a senior. So some people starting for the door. I don't blame them because the parking situation is going to be really difficult.
Nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Yeah. Mendon played a good game. They really played a good game.
Sure did. Came in and upset the higher-ranked Colon Magi at home.
Yep.
46-44, back and forth. The district championship goes to the Mendon Hornets, and the drought continues.
Yep.
for the Colon Magi.
46-44. What a great game.
What a game. Hate to go out that way. That one was rough. My heart goes out heavy to the seniors. You know, they played their hearts out, and it was not the end that they foresaw.
Yeah. Played hard.
Played
hard until the end.
Played hard now. So now you can only, root for your SJV brotherland and hope that they go on. Most likely next week they're going to have to play Augrey Sims. I don't know who's winning between Augrey Sims and Morris. If Morris wins, they come to Mendon. If Augrey Sim wins, they go to Augrey Sim. So that's a 4-hour drive to the east side of the state.
Yeah.
We played there last year. Colon had one heck of a comeback last year, but that Augrey Sims team is no joke. So,
this Mendon team right here
is also
this is no joke.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So let's see how this goes.
They played extremely well. You have to hand it to their coaches as well, and they saw something at halftime, and they ran that power I formation to Lukeman, and they ran it to both sides. They blocked it well. They ran it well.
Yeah. So just a great football game, a great football season for the Magi. They end the season on 10-1. You know, everything was great for both teams out here. Congratulations to the Hornets as they're going to move on. But
hey, they left it all on the field.
They sure did. Yeah.
So.
You can't say they didn't play their hearts out there. So. SJV rivalry is born again, ladies and gentlemen, but unfortunately the skew stays in remainder on the side of the Hornets.
Yeah.
As the victory's going back over to Mendon.
They knew they were in a football game, though, Tom.
Yeah, they sure did. Yeah.
There's no chance that they didn't know they were in a game.
Yeah, that was one heck of a game.
Well, the Colon kids, we're going to sing the fight song anyway. You know, all of our fans are here. It was a great night for football. Beautiful night. You know, for early November, you couldn't ask for anything better.
No, the weather was perfect. The turnout was perfect for both teams.
You know, good sportsmanship on both sides. That's always good to see.
That was a heck of a game there. I know Tucker Laffler's feeling that one heavy. A lot of guys are feeling that one happy.
Yeah.
Heavy, excuse me.
So, and then when you come to the side as a senior, you know, you've got to say you may never come back play on this field again. You'll come back to this field, but you may never play on it again.
Yeah, that's true. So let's, wish the Mendon Hornets nothing but luck as they continue in this playoff.
Yeah, now we're
season.
rooting for them.
Yeah,
we want them to win it.
Now we want Mendon to take it all. It'd be great to see Mendon, their second year in 8-man football, go to the Dome and get a championship.
Yeah.
Just,
it doesn't hurt so much if you lose to the winning team.
Exactly. Yeah, much like the Magi did in their early show in 8-man football. They went to the Dome and got that championship. So
yeah, so good for them. What a great game. It had everything in it. It had a lot of drama. Maybe a couple too many penalties, but it had it had everything that you'd want in a high school football game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. It's a heartbreaker, tearjerker. The lump is in a lot of guys' throats right now, feeling that feeling the emotions of
yeah. Well, it's an end. It's a finite end. That's the other thing that's wonderful about high school sports. There is a finite end to every one of them. So, and some of these guys, some of these seniors have been coming here since they've been playing rocket football to this Judd Field complex. So, it's a part of them.
Sure is, ladies and gentlemen. 46-44, the final score here. So that's going to end it for our season as broadcasting as well, but it's been a fun one. Thanks for joining us.
It's been a wonderful season, Tom.
It's been a fun one. So we'll look forward to seeing you guys next year for sure, tuning in to Magi Sports.
Hopefully
Network
you've had
out
as
here.
much fun listening as we've had bringing it to you.
Yes, it has been a blast. But all right, ladies and gentlemen. Dan, any last thoughts?
Tom, all I could say is it was a beautiful night. It was a great season. You know, the field had held up well throughout, and I was happy to be able to do it with you.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take it easy.
The Mendon Hornets now move on to the state semifinals against the winner of the Agre Sims Wolverines or the Morris Orioles, who play tomorrow. Visit the MHSAA website for the site, date, and time of this game and other upcoming playoff games. GoFan's website address is gofan.co, not .com. For tickets, please go to gofan.co. GoFan Digital Ticketing is the only source for football tournament tickets. That's gofan.co. The Michigan High School Athletic Association and Colon High School have enjoyed having you at today's game, and we look forward to having you as our guest at future events. Please drive carefully on your way home, and good night.